And away we go. We're back with the Whiskey and Wizards podcast. I am Chris. Our other host, Cecil, is a piece of shit, and he didn't show up. He has abandoned us.
But we kept his son, so.
Yes.
You got the good hog.
It's like, I have a certain set of
you
skills.
put that.
There you go, Devin. You're too fucking tall.
Like I said, the good hog.
All right. Y'all go ahead and start talking. I'm going to go check audio on the stream and make sure we're good. And you guys do things.
And if you want to bring me that Dr. Pepper that's in the freezer, that would be fine, and that would be great.
Okay.
And I would appreciate that. I have plenty of things to talk about. Actually, yes, he is. You know how Cecil is a basic white bitch? Yeah. Christopher's the wife in this relationship. Except without the cooking and the cleaning and all the stuff that wives do. Which, I mean, sometimes he looks pretty when he dresses up in my clothes anyways.
But he's always got the panties on.
He's got them on right now. He's got them on right now.
I bet they're lacy. That's his favorite one.
He likes the plain silky ones, and he turns them inside out, the silk part, so it gets on his wiener. You know how specific that is? Specific enough that I'm not making it up. Or am I? You don't know.
I feel like you're telling the truth here.
No, you can't come back now and
I've
say
drank
that
with-
what I said wasn't true, because it's already
I've
been
drank
said.
with him before, I know.
No.
It's true, yeah.
Is it not working?
Oh no one heard about him wearing silky panties.
Damn it, inside out, so the silk part touches his
No,
wiener.
I think I fucked up on the stream and had the wrong audio, so
Wow, you
keep
suck.
talking.
Oh.
I could hear Tony, but not anybody else.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
should we
that's
keep
lovely.
talking about how you wear my underwear sometimes?
I think
So-
we should.
Well, damn. So that's all they heard then.
Oh, then that's
Oh,
yeah.
all they heard was me saying that. That's probably for the best then.
Yes.
Just saying. I don't want to say anything too important until he gets in here because he might want to chime in on stuff.
No, you can
Really?
make-
Like he has an opinion on anything?
I don't care about it. I'm just saying he might want to voice it.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. He has an
Sometimes I
opinion on
hear him when I'm in the
everything.
bedroom. Sometimes I hear him out here, I guess, talking to himself. I don't know about world events and stuff. And then I realize he's just arguing with somebody
Just so
on
you
Facebook.
know, she's about to say thank you for the
Oh
Dr.
jeez.
Pepper.
I was gonna say that, but you didn't bring it to me, so
I haven't argued with someone on Facebook since I was like 16.
he argues with people on Facebook all the
I
time.
don't go on Facebook.
You should see his face too. It gets all lit up like Christmas. Like,
That's
yay!
why you have to have 4 accounts.
So
Like,
excited about arguing.
this one got banned. This one got banned.
You're the best.
You're messaging me on the wrong one. That one's banned. Like, God damn it.
I used to argue with people about veganism when I was 16.
Hey, if
I think I'm sitting up straight.
you didn't want controversy, you shouldn't have called the king.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got roasted.
Roastafari.
Okay.
So is the audio good and everything now?
Yeah,
We're all, we're
Oh,
okay.
good shit.
Yeah, we're good to go.
About time.
So
Did you hear in this local area about the kid? What was it in January? They just found him like walking around in an alley. Do you remember that kid?
no.
You don't
I see,
remember?
I see a lot of kids walking around in alleys.
No,
No, not when you were trying to pick up.
it was like a special needs.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about
Yes.
that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they
yeah,
couldn't.
yeah.
They were like, he's just. I mean, obviously he lives. Someone didn't just drive him to an alley and leave him there.
He was nonverbal, right?
Yeah, because for whatever reason, and they were working with him, and then had him in foster care, and I'm sure he's been taking classes. They're trying to teach him sign language, all this and that, which is great. But they've still been actively looking for like who
left
just
him?
decided to. His mom just got arrested, and I think it was what I read was his grandma turned her in. Was like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the picture of his mom
Special.
looked. She'd probably do better in jail than in. She looked like she belonged in jail, probably. But yeah, isn't that the saddest thing? And his name is I can't pronounce it. Cordarius.
Cordarius?
Cordarius.
Our race is really showing today.
I know. I was like Cordarius, but yeah, and he's
I don't
actually not
mind.
a teenager. He's 24 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, so
What?
Damn.
24 years old. They thought he was 16. That's how young he looked.
Wow.
Yep.
He wasn't being fed right. He wasn't being taken care of right. He didn't know how to communicate. He'll be fine now. Like they're not going to give him back to anybody.
Yeah.
But now the mom's in jail, and I thought that was kind of cool because
Fucker.
I mean,
Yeah.
Did
that
you
was
know that?
shitty.
Did you know that Blue Beetle has already surpassed Barbie?
Shut
Really?
up! Really?
What the?
I'm kind of shocked. Cause like, who actually like Blue Beetle's cool, but
I mean, it looked
do
pretty
people
cool.
know enough about Blue Beetle to give a
I don't
fuck?
know. I mean, he was
Yeah.
on Young Justice, which.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like total, but I know that it's now the #1 movie in the box office, and Barbie had its 4-week run.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many times did you go see it?
We didn't see
Barbie?
it once.
Blue Beetle.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. What about Barbie?
I wish.
I want to see it so bad.
I want to see Barbie so
I
bad.
don't
I
want
want
to
to
see
see
that.
Barbie too. Yeah.
You what,
I don't know. It's just not really.
sir? Test your check your toxic masculinity at the door, sir.
How's it toxic?
Pink
Because I
is
don't
my
want to see the
favorite color.
movie.
Yep. Don't want to see the movie. You're a piece of shit.
As
I
I'm
just
the
wanna
only
see
one
it for
using
the pink outfits.
cover.
That's all I want.
Well,
What else? Do you want some more?
Yeah, give us something else.
Chick-fil-A is releasing a new sandwich for the first time in 9 years. Does anyone care? I don't. I just want a chicken sandwich with pickles on it. I
I'd
don't give a
rather
shit.
get Popeyes. Chick-fil-A
Yes.
is
So
the
would I.
biggest white people
Popeye's
food
spicy
ever.
Chicken sandwich. Oh my lord.
You know what it is? It's a honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich.
Oh hell no.
Is it the homophobia sandwich?
And they were like, let's release a new shake with it. The caramel crumble milkshake actually sounds good.
That
That
But
does
a
sound
honey
good.
pepper pimento?
No, I don't do
chicken?
pimento.
It might be good, but the chicken's still bland as shit.
Yeah, I don't. I like Popeyes.
Sir,
That's
don't
like-
you talk about the Lord's chicken like
That's
that.
the Lord's chicken.
Well, the Lord can get some seasoning.
Like a little bit.
That's like freaking Raising Cane's chickens, right?
You know, I don't understand.
It's a vehicle for sauce. That's,
that's it.
Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's is just a vehicle
This
for
is
their
true.
sauce.
Like I get their nuggets the little chicken strips and dip it in the Chick-fil-A sauce. I love that, but like
Historically speaking, white folks traveled the entire globe, dominating entire other societies for spices.
and we
For
do
us to
nothing
not
with
put
it.
shit on our food.
For our chicken to be white when we cook it.
I'm ashamed of my race.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why all
shit.
the other races use so much of it. They're like, white man ain't taking my shit again. I'm gonna use it,
Show them.
right.
motherfucker. Go eat a cracker.
That's fair. What else? You want more?
Fuck.
I mean, I have one.
Adventure
Wait,
time.
Hey, he got one.
Oh, you got it?
I was curious because we were talking earlier about my biggest fear. What's y'all's biggest fear? Like, what is like y'all's deep, dark fear? Whether it's valid, dumb as hell.
I have a lot of
want-
them.
I want you to just go first, Devin. Just
Want me to go
tell,
first?
Tell them what you said earlier, please.
I fear of going bald. Like, I have an oval head. I can't grow a beard. It terrifies me to even start having a receding hairline.
You know, right
Tell
there in the
them what
middle.
you said about what you're gonna
This
do
one
about
spot,
it.
it's always. I think this spot in my, it's a pressure
your
bald
natural-
spot from me have like years having like buns and shit, doing it so tight. I got, like, pressure
least,
spots.
That is the least heterosexual thing anybody's ever said in this house.
Hey man,
And that's saying something.
and unironically, I want to invest in hair plugs for my face,
For his face.
so I can grow like a sleazy ass mustache.
You can grow like a real beard.
Wait, you
like,
can do that?
Yeah, it's like I think $3,000 about
Tony,
for
you're about to
a
go
lot
broke.
cheaper than it is on your head.
No.
I'm not paying $3,000 for a beard.
I am. I don't know about
I
you.
am.
That's insane.
I ain't got kids. I ain't got mouths to feed.
There's a lot of weird shit I would spend money on, but hair
Yeah, no.
plugs for my face?
No.
Well, I'm a girl, so I would never.
Is
do
that how,
so.
like, all those people who transition over to being dudes grow beards?
Or it's just the testosterone.
No, they start
Seriously?
taking testosterone.
Like,
and
that'll
then-
make
Yeah.
you grow
Yeah.
more.
Yep.
That's like when
on
you take
your own.
estrogen, you'll develop breasts and.
Yep.
Really?
well, have you ever seen like women who are high T? They tend to have like hairier arms and like sometimes like a little happy trail, but they're great at sports. That's literally all it is.
I don't know. I don't know anything about what just got
So
said.
you're a high T female. That's what
But I don't have a happy trail or hairy arms.
so
I don't
so
have
you're just a
hairy
female.
arms.
That's what you're saying.
All my body hair is on my torso. If
It
I could just
tracks.
move it up to here, I'd be so happy.
Just up to here.
Yeah, all
You're
of
gonna
it.
look
Just
like Beavis and Butthead. He's gonna like shave
Ain't
himself.
shit. Hey,
Worth
Beavis, our wieners are bigger. You remember that episode where they thought they were getting their getting dick like extensions, but they got their noses bigger?
Oh, yeah. Did you know that's like a real thing you can do?
What?
But like a dick extension surgery, it's a waste of money because it's like only for when it's flaccid.
What?
Yeah,
Well, what's it do when it's hard? Like,
it's the same size as it was, but you basically become a shower and not a grower, and you could
But-
pay thousands of dollars for that.
That's just.
but how does that
pointless.
not transition over to hardness?
Because there's something they do with like a tendon or something, and it just kind of Just it's bigger when it's soft.
Okay, now here's the real question: how much shit do you just like research about
I listen
medical
to,
procedures? And,
I listen to a lot of weird shit when I get bored. I like to learn
Yeah.
random things. I'm a useless fun fact machine.
he's gonna be a hairy shower. But
That's not a good combination. Like, if your penis gets smaller as you get hard, that's a bad thing. You know how confused she's gonna be?
Well, it doesn't get smaller. It's just like the
fucking
the
magic.
flaccid length of it is just slightly long. Like you become a shower if you aren't already.
She's gonna be dressing up in the ugliest shit imaginable, trying to keep you from getting hard. Talking a man's voice. Does this do it for you? Yeah.
Oh. Well, y'all never said y'all's worst fear.
Having a penis that gets smaller as it gets harder.
It goes inside itself.
Turtle. Now, fuck, biggest fear?
I can't say mine or I'll have a panic attack, and I don't think anybody wants to be privy to that.
I don't know. Sharks suck.
see, you just gotta stay out of the water. See, spiders you can't get away from.
Yeah, I know. I'll go into
Spiders
the
ain't
water. I'll go
scary.
into the water to get away from a spider.
Yes, I will.
I'll fight a shark to fucking get away from a spider.
Cockroaches are what bother me. Like if it's not going bald, it's cockroaches. There's something about the
What about bald cockroaches?
Oh, okay. We're not just talking about stuff like actual.
No, just.
Oh,
just
well,
fears.
obviously, fucking, the things that look like lizards, but they're not.
Oh yeah, bro. She
Nah,
fucking,
that's
she
cool.
loses
We don't
her,
have to even.
Yeah, I
She
know
loses
what
her
you're talking
mind if she sees a gecko.
Yeah.
Oh, the things that look like lizards but aren't. I'm like,
It's because they go like.
I think they're cool. I love reptiles.
Good.
No, they're see-through. That's not.
Some of them, I guess.
No.
But they're so cute.
So are gingers.
What is the?
So are baby scorpions.
What is
This
the
is true.
word for something that's like
Translucent?
irrational?
Oh.
I have an irrational
phobia.
fear. An
Yeah.
irrational fear. It's not a phobia because it actually happened.
No, the
I saw
definition of a
picture
phobia
it.
is an irrational fear.
I saw a picture of it just the other day that happened in Texas, and so now every day since then, every day I always turn the light on before I go pee because now every woman knows that the truth is there could be a snake in the toilet bowl
I saw
ready
that
There's
video.
always
to bite
been,
your
yeah.
snapper. So
That's
I
always
think
been a
dudes
thing.
have it worse, having a little dangle going down there and then just.
is that what you think about when you go to the bathroom at night? I think about it
I
every
think I'll
time.
pee on its face.
I think about it every time.
Yeah, it's something not everyone knows about me. Yeah, I always flush the toilet before I use the bathroom.
That's
I
probably
have since I
smart.
was a child.
Why?
Just a thing I have to do.
Sometimes I like to race the flush in the middle of my piss. So I'll
I always
flush it.
I always flush the toilet before I drink from it, but
No, but yeah, I always flush the toilet before I use it. I don't know why. Just
And you're scared of geckos when there's like tarantula hawks in North America.
whoa, sir. Do not need to know that. Did not know that. Don't want to know that.
Have you seen
What's
them
a
before?
tarantula?
No, I haven't. What
So it's there.
Is it a bird with
There's
spider
some like
legs?
closer, like the different parts, like
the, is it
outside
a
of
hawk
Odessa.
that's part tarantula
No,
or a
it looks
tarantula
like-
that's part
It
hawk?
looks like a green, like iridescent wasp, and it's like in the top 3 of most painful stings you can
No.
experience. To
it
the point,
stings too?
it's gonna put you on the floor. Like I saw
like
a video.
bullet ant.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like second or third
I
when
gotta
bullet
look
ants
this
like
piece of
first.
shit up.
I'm already doing it.
Where I lived in Arizona, they were there.
Nope. Oh wow.
My buddy claims I was
Tarantula
wearing his
hawk.
work truck
I
one
got
day.
stung by something.
Whoa! No!
It
Get
was-
that off of my
It's not near
TV.
that big, but like it stung me in the neck when I was in high school. I had to go to the nurse. Like it swelled up. Like, it was really bad.
Ooh.
On a field trip, yeah.
Man, I saw a video of a guy get stung by a tarantula hawk who let him do it, and like,
Oh yeah, so like okay, now
Coyote
I've
Pete?
seen him before.
I mean, yeah, and he hits the floor, veins coming out of his arm, and he's just holding it, screaming.
Ooh, did he get superpowers?
I wish. He starts flying. turns
Tarantula hawk.
iridescent.
Tarantula hawk. He's gonna get bit in the cock.
That I'd kill myself.
Oh my god, dude! Could you imagine?
I would just start beating my head against a fucking rock.
Which one?
I ain't that flexible these days.
He was looking like remember Faces of the Death, the guy that had like elephantitis in the nads.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was sitting on his
I would
balls all the
kill
time.
a man
That's
for
like
a
a hippity
physical
hop.
copy
He
of
like
that.
put like a rock on it and was crushing grain. Like I was like, what the fuck?
On his balls?
Yeah, they were like that big. He like someone had to help him up the stairs because
Yeah, he sat on him like a beanbag.
yeah.
You haven't seen that picture? Google it.
Nope.
I'll do it.
That's it's on Faces of Death. You can watch the documentary thing on it.
I would kill a man for a physical copy of Faces of Death
Oh.
and Traces of Death.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like hard to come across and probably not cheap if someone has it.
They did a showing of Faces of Death when I lived in West Virginia at the theater.
Wow.
That was, I got to see it on the big screen. That was really
That's shocking. I wouldn't even want to watch, because I watched it when I was like an edgy teenager online. Like I wouldn't want to watch like real gore shit or even like fake gore shit these days. But
Well, I mean, crap. There's videos of people getting their heads cut off. And stuff
oh yeah, the
like that.
first
Like,
gore video I ever saw when I was a kid was like the Funky Town gore, where that guy, like it's like a cartel video. A guy's getting skinned alive
Oh,
while
God.
Funky Town's playing, and you can see he has like IVs in him and shit. They're keeping him awake.
That's
And
crazy.
that face has never left my brain forever.
I can imagine that. Yeah.
But the first like shock video I ever saw was
Okay,
a lady
fine.
had
My
a
bad.
box of puppies and she was throwing them into a lake.
Nope.
And that one
Nope.
kind of I was like. But me and my buddy used to go to crazyshit.com and watch the most fucked up shit we could find, and I don't know why.
Have you seen the documentary? I think it's on Netflix called "Don't Fuck with Cats."
Yes, because I had seen that video when I was in middle school. My buddy was like, "Dude, look at this," and I was like,
I didn't know about that. I knew about at the end where they basically find that serial killer guy.
"Yeah,"
I
because
knew about that guy, but I didn't know about the cat thing.
I'd never
cat
seen the
thing, what
cat videos, but when I was in middle school, I saw the one lunatic, one ice pick video, and
Oh, yeah.
it was crazy to see it on a Netflix documentary
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yep.
I think the most
Okay.
fucked up thing I ever saw on it, well, I don't know. That dude that walked into the mosque while filming it and just mowed people down was pretty messed up. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
most
that's pretty
messed up
fucked.
thing I ever saw was a cartel video. Say
Oh,
no
God.
more. They had this guy like tied off to stakes in the ground, and the dude took like a hunting knife and just cuts his leg off at the knee
I think I've seen
and
parts
smacks
of that
him with
one.
it. And then he cuts the other leg off, and then an arm, and I'm like, what the fuck? And you can't look away. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's the shock. You're just like, "What the fuck?"
That's
Yeah.
like the videos of people getting drawn and quartered. Like that stuff is
Ah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I saw a video of one like in middle school of some dude who had like maggots in his dick.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Okay. New top fear.
maggots
All
in
right.
wiener.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it
New
was,
fear unlocked.
There's some things you can't ever unsee.
But how do you just not get them out?
I guess as good as mine.
Don't you remember when what was that chunky girl that was in a bunch of pageants and Honey Boo Boo? When that show first came out, they went to a water park and the
Oh,
film
yeah, she
crew
had-
was showing her fucking toe was
Yeah,
covered
her
in
mom
ants
had,
and,
like-
bugs and shit on it.
Oh,
And she was like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." What do you mean, yeah? Like, go
That's
go
just
wash that
disturbing.
shit off.
The mom or a Honey Boo Boo?
The mom.
the mom.
Yeah, it was awful. I was like, "Bitch, what are you doing?"
Isn't she
when they were
dating
on
like a
Masked Singer?
rapist?
Yeah, she.
No, I did not watch it.
You remember
What
that episode of Masked Singer that they ended up being on, and they were fucking
Yeah, I was
terrible.
like, ugh, that was awful. They were both awful.
And they were all people were all acting like people wanted to see them again.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the one with T-Pain?
Oh God,
yeah.
he's fucking
That man
phenomenal.
can sing.
He's the best.
Yeah, we watched that entire season. We'd never guessed who it was.
I wouldn't have guessed that, but God, he could sing like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Although the second season, or the one with Chris Daughtry and Brady,
Wayne Brady?
Wayne Brady, like Wayne Brady beating Chris Daughtry, that shouldn't have happened.
No.
I'm not a big Chris Daughtry fan, but he is a better singer.
Sean Diddy
no
Combs. T-Pain said that Diddy told him at one point forever ago that he ruined music.
T-Pain?
Yeah, told T-Pain that he ruined music
Has he not heard? Can't believe it.
because T-Pain did
Ooh, I
the
can't believe it.
thing, the
Auto-tune?
voice auto-tune.
Well, Cher did it first.
Yeah.
I don't know who
she
did it
it.
first. I just know that.
Yeah, but everyone says that she used it correctly, where he was just using it like.
Yeah.
Well,
But it
actually,
sounds
he,
so
he
good.
He didn't want to use it. After a while, like he just used it to like make a name and then
But
like
he
get
said
in a
on his
unique sound.
podcast that haunts him.
Yeah, he said that
He ruined
he
music.
didn't.
He didn't. T-Pain's great.
Like
Like
T-Pain's awesome.
I love the auto tune. It
I
fucking
know,
sounds
it's like-
great.
Did you guys watch
Huh?
the epic rap battle with him?
What?
What, like Epic Rap Battles of History
Yeah.
or something? I haven't watched
Was
that
it
in
actually
years.
him?
Yeah, it was him. He played. I think it was like Stevie Wonder versus Wonder Woman.
I think the best one was still was Stephen Hawking versus Albert Einstein.
Oh yes.
My
There's
favorite
so
was
many.
Leonidas versus Master Chief.
Oh no, dude!
No.
He's like, He's like, there are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and stuck them into one nerd.
I used to watch
so many of
those.
those. Yes, like the.
I sent you an email that is
I do-
relevant to what we're doing.
I don't want it.
Can you please
No,
open it?
No, I can't. I'm doing all
King
the things.
versus
It's really
Edgar Allan
important.
Poe. That's one of my
No.
favorites.
That's a good one.
Yes. And, Pennywise versus Joker.
I don't want to see maggot dick.
I haven't
and I'm
watched
not
it in
gonna.
years,
It's
so
not.
I'm
It's not
very
Maggot
behind
Wiener.
on
You are
them.
such
It's,
a liar.
It
it's
isn't.
extremely large nuts.
Don't want to see that either.
Yeah, you do.
It is that what he just said.
Oh, I was guessing.
Yeah,
I
it was
assumed.
big nuts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So,
It's another fear I have with age, gravity making your nuts just.
No one's
until you
gonna see him
sit
but
on your
you.
balls when you get in your truck.
I've already sat in my balls already. I ain't trying to have that.
Speaking of sitting on balls, open up that email. Just saying.
I remember my girlfriend laughed at me one time because I went to sit down and play Overwatch. I'm like, oh, fuck. And she's like, what just happened? I'm like, sat on my nuts.
Chris had to explain that to me because
Yeah, it
I
happens.
don't understand.
It has to be warm for it to happen.
That
Like,
means.
Randy, your balls. I know, smoking a joint right in front of a cop.
Jesus Christ.
that's why I hate summer. It's what makes it happen. Wintertime, you ain't gonna sit on your nuts. I got too much ass for that. But when it's hot, no, it'll
Yeah,
happen.
but if it's hot, man, shit will creep up underneath that leg, and you just roll a nut as you're getting in the truck.
Not a fan.
Fuck rolling an ankle. Rolling a nut is way worse.
Oh, and I was told a story when I was in high school. My girlfriend had a friend, and he was dating one of her other friends. They were like, being teenagers, getting saucy. He broke his dick.
Bro, I have heard that same story from when I was in high school, but I got it from the source that was true.
Oh, it was true. He would talk about it. He's like, yeah, I broke my dick.
This guy's name was Dustin Henderson.
Whoa!
Yeah,
calling
that's
a
right.
brother out.
I hope he finds out. Fuck that guy. He was an asshole to me.
Old kink dick.
That happened, and he was a shit to me all throughout high school. And then I had a glow up, and I remember seeing him as Tawny the Rock Shake doing a remote at a car dealership, and he was there, and he was trying to hit on me, and I was like, ain't your dick still broke?
Isn't having a glow up so nice? I remember when I got mine.
Unlike Nike and your penis swoosh, I will not just do it.
No thanks.
That's something that scares me, is breaking a dick. That sounds horrid.
Yours or someone else's?
Does it stay
Both.
broken
You
forever?
said a dick. I don't know. I mean, sure you can tie
Does
a
it-
popsicle stick to that motherfucker. And
No, I mean, does it
like a
heal? You break
splint.
your leg. You
I mean, it heals, but
Okay, I
you
didn't
can't
know.
do
Still-
shit for months.
Oh my gosh!
How would you?
If Timmy broke his dick, we could call it Tiny Tim.
Oh my God.
Crutch. Tell Tiny Tim I won't be coming home this Christmas. Tell Scarlett I do give a damn.
God.
God, that's gotta fucking hurt. Like you
Yes.
piss blood after that, and that's
I'm
something.
sure.
Bro, I got my wiener pierced and I pissed blood for a few days.
I used to want one when I was in high school.
Yeah, you don't want one, I promise.
Man, I remember like years ago when I was trying to pass a drug test for a job, I took those fucking like whatever those pills are that clean your system
Oh
out.
yes.
And I forgot I
Turns out,
took it, and I
Niacin?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but
Make
like,
turns
me
it, like-
red.
yeah, I nearly fucking shat myself because I was like, okay, whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I took that. My mom warned me, and I still fucking forgot.
Nah, niacin like turns you like 900 shades of red. You get itchy as fuck.
Look like a little crackhead.
Oh my God.
Maybe you just have an allergy to it.
No, I mean a lot of people reported that side effect. That's why I can't drink
I
those
never
fucking
took it.
what is it, Bangs?
Yeah.
Or no, it's those the Starburst ones.
Oh, rain.
Starburst.
Rise.
What are
Yeah,
those called?
rise. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever they are, they have a fuck ton of niacin in them.
I have no issues with it. So.
I get itchy.
I like pre-workouts that make me itchy. There's an ingredient called beta alkaline, and if a pre-workout doesn't have it, I won't buy it because it makes. I have ADHD, so caffeine's kind of. It's more of a placebo. I drink caffeine and tell myself it's working, but that shit like actually like it makes your scalp itchy and shit.
It's what is it? I bought.
He's like, oh, I know I'm ready to work out when my teeth itch.
Like time to go.
when I actually did go to the gym a few years back.
Feel that.
Just
yeah.
a few.
Yeah, just a few. Until I joined this group, actually, yes.
We ruin everyone that hangs out with us. We do.
But yeah,
Shots? No.
I used to buy. I used
Wait,
to buy
for
the
real?
stuff with the.
No.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. of
With the
course not.
Thermogen. Yeah, that
Unless you,
stuff.
unless you want to take shots.
If it makes you itch,
I
you
don't
know
drink
it's
almost
good.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Luckily, it's Tuesday.
What just happened?
She's trying to convince me to do shots.
No,
Why
I'm
not do
I was
shots?
saying, of course we're not gonna. That I was like, what? That's crazy. We should never do that unless you want to, and then we could do that.
Quit being pussies.
No.
Only I'm allowed to be the pussy and not drink.
I don't drink on Tuesdays.
Well, me and Black could.
Y'all don't drink shots on Tuesdays without me.
We can do whatever we want to do. We're big kids now,
I'm
so.
on call.
They're in pull-ups and everything.
I'm a big kid.
Well,
now.
I can do whatever I want to do. I don't
She's a
want
grown
to by
woman, damn it.
myself.
Should be the only drunk one here. You don't know me.
You don't know anything about it. Shut up.
You probably gotta take your job.
Are you mad because it doesn't have pants?
What? Only what I picked up was mad and pants.
Are you mad because it doesn't have pants? No one can fade me on being drunk. I can sound drunk whether I'm drunk or not.
No one can fade me on being faded.
That's right.
Whoop whoop.
Want to know a cool thing I read today?
What's the cool
What's
thing?
that?
It was so cool. I didn't even write it down because I knew we were going to do podcasts. I just wrote it down because I was like, that's fucking cool because I'm into Dracula and shit.
Dracula?
Did this come across any of your thingies? I know we read all the same shit. That they've been doing like studies on like the molecules and particles and fucking whatever on the papers and stuff that are old as shit, like 500 years old. And a set of those papers happen to be letters that Vlad the Third wrote.
The Impaler?
Yes.
That's what I call myself.
They found out that from the molecules and proteins and shit on the letters that he wrote that he was suffered from like skin and respiratory conditions and issues and shit like that. And you know he had an aversion to the sun where he would get boils that would come up on his skin. So he never was in the sun. But also they said he probably more than likely cried tears of blood. For real, it's an actual condition.
Yeah.
It's super rare.
I'm calling fake news. I'm calling shenanigans on that
It's
story.
not. I read it in a scientific journal. I don't just read fucking
That's
Fox
what people
News,
say
bro.
who believe in the Bible. It's a scientific fact.
Don't you know they found the ark?
Jesus was white. He wore a cape.
And he was ripped to shit.
I'm
And he
pretty
was
sure
from another planet.
none of that stuff is in
Pretty
a
sure
scientific
that's
journal.
Superman.
That is true. Good
Yeah,
point.
legally you can't publish shit like that
Omni-Man.
in one of these. That's where I read it because I'm a nerd.
I know a bunch of dumb like history facts
I was
because
just
I
like-
love history.
Bro,
Hmm.
I thought that
I know
was
random.
I know
shits
random stupid shit. Like
and racist jokes.
the first lady to ever address the public was Eleanor Roosevelt.
Huh. I actually didn't know that. I'm not surprised. Like that timeline makes sense.
And their daughter was like a bit of a wild child and hung out with like men at bars and shit. And like some reporter or somebody said something to Franklin Roosevelt about it, and he's like, I can run the country or I can monitor my daughter. I can't possibly do both.
That sounds about right.
which do you want?
Pick your poison.
Yeah.
What do
The
you-
places that on our side where it chooses to pause on your face, fucking
Priceless.
amazing.
It's not doing it on my end though.
That's confusion.
It's not pausing on my face at all on the thing.
It
Oh, no,
is
it
over
don't
here
mind.
on black.
It might just be his connection or something.
It's because Black's got shitty ass fucking computer
For some reason,
things.
yours is the only one that does though.
Not on the stream, bitch.
Yeah.
Watch me. See what happened to you.
See what happened to you.
Yeah.
See?
See, like that.
I tell you.
Is that frustration, Tony?
Huh?
Is that frustration
Yeah, that's usually what it looks like.
or constipated? One of the two. But sorry.
Oh, shit on these walls, Ray.
Do
About
it.
time.
I got a funny thing to ask y'all. I'm
Go.
assuming y'all like going to haunted houses and shit.
Absolutely.
Of course, Chris doesn't. He's a fucking pansy.
They just don't scare me.
I mean, same, but it's still
wiener.
fun. You know, go with friends.
Yeah, it's
You
fun to
find
go. It's
one
a
real
group
spider
activity.
web,
You know,
will
you
be
kind of
scared
act a little
shitless.
scared, like I get it. They don't scare me. They haven't for fucking
They're
ages,
interesting.
but they're fun.
I was in one when I was 5.
Oh, nice. Do y'all know about the McCanny Manor thing? Like, this is old ass news, but I wanted to ask
Yes.
y'all's like
What, the one with the
opinion
real
on
skeleton?
The one where they actually
Torture you, like you
people.
sign waivers
and
and
there's
shit.
like lawsuits against them. Right
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that one. Yeah, that sounds like a fucking blast.
now. Yeah,
He's
no
a
thanks.
scam art. There was a Navy SEAL dude who like was getting through it like fine because you know he's
Yeah.
killed people, has
He's
seen
like,
some
yeah,
real
yeah.
shit, and he made him stop and was like, "Oh, you can't handle this anymore. Like we're stopping." So he got robbed of the 10K basically.
Aw.
That makes
Probably 'cause he knew
no,
it was
that's
up.
trash.
And nowadays, like, it's pathetic because he had to go to a different state because I think it was California. Was like,
Yep.
you can't fucking do this anymore. And the state he went to was like, yeah, no. So it's like having people with like heavy shit on their back crawling, putting like paint in their face.
Yeah.
And it's like, that don't seem that bad.
They scare you because on the thing that you sign, it says like you're subjecting yourself to possibly having teeth removed from your
Yeah,
face.
which they're not gonna
They're not
pull
going
out
to
your
do any
teeth.
of that shit, but that's how they scare you. Well, that's how they scare stupid people anyway.
I want to go to that one in Vegas. I don't know if it's still there, but the guy who played the Bear Jew on Inglorious Bastards has a haunted house.
Eli Roth.
Nice.
And I was actually going to go in, but it was like 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And they're out making us sign waivers, and they're like, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, bitch, yes.
I can handle this.
And then they're like, all right, cool. We'll just have to wait for dark. And I'm like, it's fucking 3. Yeah, so I was like, no, I guess we'll skip this
I'll
one.
be
'cause-
drunk before
yeah, I was about to
dark.
say, by dark, I'm going to be hammered. This is Vegas, boy.
I saw
Then you'll
one
be
haunted
scared.
house, and like you have to go through it naked. And I was like, why?
Honey, I don't think that was a haunted house.
It really was. Like, it's a real haunted house.
Was it at a church?
They said it was normal. But that dead ass,
They would make you go in this little box where there's a priest on the other side and a hole down
But there's dead ass a haunted house. I don't know if it's still open these days,
Oh my
but
God,
you have
now
to go
that's-
through it naked. And like a lot of the themes of it
Is
are
it like
like
a haunted whorehouse? Like,
like most of the themes are like sexual violence and shit like that.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
who would
Nice.
pay to walk through that naked?
I don't know.
No, not naked.
And they
Might leave
group
with
you
a
up
boner.
with people. Like if there's only like 2 of
That's
you, they're gonna
smaller
group
than
you up
you.
with more. It's like if you and your buddy go, you're gonna have like some other people go in there with you. So you're just seeing a bunch of strange.
Oh, Jesus.
that's just.
That could be a good song title, Confessional with a Glory Hole.
I'm sure an altar boy has had to experience that at some point. Touched by God, dying an altar boy.
More than one altar boy, I'm sure.
Put that on my grave.
Jesus Christ. Zach Baggins, the Haunted Museum. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know.
He's such a scam artist, but I don't believe in ghosts and shit.
I don't either.
Like you're telling me
Either.
there's a haunted doll? Bullshit.
What is that museum that they have now that's got all those famous exorcist people that there's movies about? I can't remember their names.
I don't know. Like, I want to
There's
go.
a
I
whole
want to go to the
museum full
house
of
where they
shit,
keep
though.
Annabelle, so I can
That's
like
what I'm
break the
talking
cage
about.
open and piss on the doll in front of all these people who
That
believe
believe
that
in
shit.
it?
That's the house I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the Zach Baggins one. I don't know. I think exorcisms was just people like back in the day who were like extremely mentally unwell, and
Yeah.
they just yelled at them like, "Be gone, spirit!" And it's just some like schizophrenic.
Yeah, it probably just made it worse.
Some
That would
poor,
make
poor kid
sense.
with autism getting beat.
Yeah, basically.
Like, I just
Assholes.
want plain spaghetti. That's all I want.
It's not
Oh,
a
my
demon.
Lord.
You have sauce on them noodles, boy.
Just close the doors in the house. It's freaking me out.
Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah,
He's possessed. Someone call a
he's
priest.
got a demon in
Oh
him.
my lord.
Oh.
Poor kids. Think about that. Kids that were actually meant like autism and what's the other? Asperger's. It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing to say.
I'm convinced a lot of like Bible stories, if they're real, are just schizophrenia, like the Binding of
Possibly.
Isaac story and shit.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me an angel told him to kill a kid?
I mean,
Yeah.
probably not.
God's like, hey, kill your son. He's like,
For real though?
okay.
Guess I
He's
will.
like, wait, no. Just chop the tip of your dick off. Watch. He'll do it. Satan's like, God damn, here you go, God. Here's your 20.
Did you know in America the only reason like circumcision became a thing was because the guy who invented fucking cornflakes
Yep.
was like, we don't need people touching themselves. He wanted to put battery acid in girls' vaginas for like the same
My
effects. And I'm like, well, we got the shit end of the deal. We get our fucking
Yeah,
foreskin
that's a
chopped
truth
off.
fact. Yeah, the guy who,
Some fucking weirdo.
yeah, Kellogg, whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
Kellogg was like,
What was the
Can't touch
name
a
of that
wiener.
movie? Was it Road to Wellville?
Why do you bring up movies that nobody has ever fucking seen, Blag? Always.
I'm
It's
intrigued
just
though.
because he's seen literally every movie.
Yeah,
ever
stop
made.
seeing every movie.
It's like it's a comedy version of like Kellogg's, like his little.
That sounds like it'd be
retreat
funny.
thing. It was very. I think that was Road to Wellville, something like that. It was
That's
like a-
scary.
Have y'all ever seen? I think it's called like The Glorious Whites. It's a documentary.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
Is it? Are you
Are
talking
you
about the
talking-
incest people?
Ooh.
Yeah,
No,
and like
is that the same one?
There's another song
I
idea.
think so. And like, there's a part where like, you know, she's pregnant and clearly smoking meth, and
Yes.
like, She's talking about it like in the hospital too, and they're surprised CPS took the kid.
Nice. I think I'm
I
gonna.
thought that was the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
That's what
Oh,
it's
that's the
called.
one,
That's
yes.
what it's called.
Yes, and
I
there's
think-
that one guy that can't talk. Like,
Yeah.
he's so incest that he can barely even.
And there's like a lady who was clearly cracked out, like it's done a toll on her, and she's like, "I'm the hot one."
Yep. And she's not.
Just saying, as someone from West Virginia, it's not all like that.
I think I'm gonna.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I believe
write a
that.
song about masturbating because I'm not circumcised and call it porn flakes. Kellogg's, that's pretty
Wow.
good.
That is actually kind of funny.
Thought that one out, didn't you?
I was born fine, so they're like chop his part of his wiener off. The internet didn't
They're
exist.
like, that
really
one's too
well, it
big.
existed.
Shorten it a little bit.
They probably did. They're
Make
like,
sure it's longer when it's soft and when it's hard.
Man, I had a
never gonna get
buddy
over
who
that.
shall not be named. Like they fucked up his circumcision. He had to get it again when he was 5.
That's like
Oh my
fucking
God.
blinking. I have 2 of them. The Goyles love it.
Oh my god! You just snip the tip.
You know what? I already had one.
Have y'all seen what they put babies on to do it? Like it restrains their arms and legs, and they're literally like arms out, legs
Oh,
open.
nuh-uh.
It is. It's.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm not for it. I don't see the point, so I'm like, why?
My
are we
thing was I was
torturing a
hung
baby?
like a baby until I was a teenager, so I remember mine.
Remember the guys that we saw when we were going to the Brewers that one time that had the signs out and they had the red. paint
Oh
on their
yeah, the
wieners?
fucking red bloody on their
Protesting
pants,
for-
and I want
Give
my
us our
foreskin
foreskins
back.
It
Wow.
was awesome.
There's a surgery, like a procedure. You can get like foreskin again, but like you don't get the nerves.
Foreskin again, begin again.
But why though? But why?
Why would you just get extra skin?
I don't know.
I don't get it. Like, if maybe you got like your nerves back,
For
like
the man
yeah.
who always wanted to pee inside of himself.
Is
Well, it rolls back.
is it safe to assume you're all snip-snapped?
I am.
I am.
Okay.
My wiener.
Have you ever had a friend that wasn't that you saw?
Yep, Adam Estrada.
Yeah.
It looked
It's
like
horrific.
he was Mexican, so it kind of looked like a trimmer.
It's horrific.
But I think that's just like America
Obviously,
beauty standards.
Yeah, but still, after it was horrific. I was traumatized.
Because imagine like European people who would probably see like an American person circumcised dick. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with your shit? They're like, where's the
Yeah, the rest
know-
of it.
She's like, this wiener ain't got no safety on it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You remember those toys? Sorry. Toys from the 90s that
Oh,
had
yeah.
the water and
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like a fleshlight.
You mean my
basically?
first fleshlight? Yes.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god. I feel like a lot of kids ended up doing that with it.
I mean, how did you not? I mean,
I didn't have one.
You
to be
have one,
fair.
you're like,
it's
Warm
weirdly
apple pie.
dick shaped in there.
yeah, it looks like a wiener might fit in there.
Not saying I should put one in there. But
Not
bet
saying
it
I
was
have.
good. But
I'm also not saying I haven't.
Oh god.
science.
Did you put your wiener in one?
No,
What?
I did not.
We know who put his
What
wiener
the
in one.
fuck? What kid in the 90s didn't put their wiener in the little slippery...
So you put your wiener in one?
Probably.
Wow.
I can't say I wouldn't have
to be
done that.
quite
Like I
honest-
probably would have done the same if I had.
In the '90s, I was probably doing other things like
Meth?
drinking and stuff like that.
That's all the more reason you might do something stupid like that.
True. This is true.
I mean, I probably would have done the same if I had that as a kid, but
I
I,
mean,
didn't have
I
one.
didn't. So, like really,
I just tried using weird things as lubricant and learned a lot of hard lessons.
Yeah, I remember when
I sprayed Axe in my hand.
when
I was
hand-
like, this
Oh
will
my
work.
God.
when hand sanitizer first became a thing. Mistake.
but I still use it. But
I mean, now it's all like the only thing I can use to get off. But
The Axe was painful. I'll say that.
can
I didn't like
imagine.
realize
did
that
not go good with the herpes. You know?
Why do you always have to go that step of like just a little bit further than you should?
because he likes to find the line, then step over it.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, one of my buddies had got gonorrhea once, and he was telling me about it. He's like, I woke up one morning, took a piss, and it felt like lava. He's like, worst day of my fucking life.
Oh no.
It only lasted a day.
Well, it lasted a few days because it was curable. So
You know how they used to fucking cure that shit?
how?
Because it's like a little lump in your wee wee, like, and they'd hit your with a hammer
Shut up.
and
That's
smash
not
it up.
true.
Look it up.
like a Bible bump.
Like a
Yeah, for this. My aunt says I need to Bible bump this to.
Yeah.
what the fuck's a Bible bump?
You'll
It's where
get
you
like
do a
a-
line off a Bible?
No, You get like, yeah, I have one. It's called that because like, it's like you get a little bump, and then supposedly if you hit it with something hard, it'll flatten it out and get rid of it. They call it a Bible bump because the Bible back in the day was.
That's what they used to do to my wiener when it would get hard in church.
Oh my God.
Do y'all know how like the first procedures to like try and deal with fucking cataracts was? Like how like the first few operations went? Like
I never drove a cataract. I was always a Ford.
oh my
guy.
gosh. Well, what they do, at least one of like the earliest recorded ones in history, like ages ago, they'd have a guy who'd put like a fucking needle in your eye, and someone would try and suck the fucking thing out.
Oh,
Like you'd still be kind of like blinded, like it'd be blurry, but like, I mean, your eye's not foggy. It had like a success rate, I think like was like somewhere between like 40 and 60%, which is a big difference, but it was somewhere in that range. And I mean, before that, they just tried to cut it out.
Wrong.
I'm just gonna have foggy eyeballs.
The treatment for gonorrhea in males involve clapping or smashing the penis with both hands at the same time to get rid of the blah, 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 blah. The treatment caused major damage and did not get rid of the infection.
I'm glad I live.
You're just fucking taking a book and slamming your dick in it.
Oh my God.
I'm cured.
It's probably college students that invented that because that's all they had was those big, old, thick college books. Gah!
That's what
Henry
gonorrhea is called,
Rollins
the
talks about
clap.
something like that.
Oh my God, really?
That's why it's called the clap.
Wow.
Fuck.
Boy, am I glad to be born in the 21st century.
That's so gross.
Bro.
That was worth looking up.
I wonder how like I mean, I know STDs are rampant to this day, but I wonder how bad it was like before protection and all sorts of shit.
Can you imagine?
In the 70s, they seem to enjoy themselves.
Oh God. You know, back in the
As long as
like
people are
ages
having
ago, everything was
unprotected
ranked.
sex with random partners, like
Holy
what?
shit.
It's like that Willie Nelson joke. You know how much condoms cost back in the 70s? We don't know. We never used them.
Do you know what they use? Like, if you like, let's say like you or your partner is allergic to like latex-free condoms, what they're made out of.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
lambskin?
Yeah,
Lambskin.
that blows my mind every time I think about it.
Speaking of blow. And they're not as effective against anything, like diseases or pregnancy.
Well, I know like even like thin ones don't protect against like diseases.
So it's like, it's basically like, hey, do you want to have sex and also get diseases and pregnant? But feel none of the sensation of sex? Try lambskin condoms.
The product for you. Apparently, like one of the first condoms in history was like using animal intestines and
Yes,
shit.
I read that too. It was
I've
fucking
read that.
gross.
The first guy to fuck a cat and pull his dick out and have some intestines left over.
He's like,
He was like, this might work.
did you know there's in some cultures and parts of the world like for like the rite of passage for manhood is to fuck a donkey.
Wow.
Well,
I watched a whole Vice
if you're
documentary
mean
about
enough
it.
to fuck a donkey,
But-
you're a man.
But I've seen the one where the rite of passage, you got to put your hand inside the thing with the bullet ants or whatever.
Oh, I've heard of shit like that.
No.
Like, I'll just be a woman.
You know, there's that one douchebag aborigine who's like, fuck that, put my dick in it. Fuck all you pussies.
And he's now the leader.
He's the same guy
His
with
wiener
maggots
is
in his
now
wiener.
longer when it's soft than it is hard. We're going to keep coming back to that.
What a way to never get hard again, actually.
Or stay hard forever.
That's another fear of mine. ED.
I don't know. I feel like at that point, you're just like,
Education?
I mean, they make pills.
special ED. That was the worst. They hit you with books and.
Oh my god.
Y'all tell me y'all sex ed wasn't getting hit with books.
Dude, my Uncle Davey,
wasn't
who
homeschooled.
is a doctor, by the way. He has a PhD. My Uncle Davey in the 7th grade walked into the wrong class, and it happened to be the special ed class, and he just went along with it. He's like, well, it looks like I'm in the right place.
Oh my god.
Got suspended from school the first day of 7th grade.
Oh, God.
Very interesting.
Man,
He is an interesting cat, that man.
Thinking of school and diseases, what blows my mind to this day, and I can't believe it. I never got a sex ed class until like my junior year of high school.
I didn't
And then
either.
it was with the teacher.
I think I was
and
a
you were-
sophomore or junior. I remember that class because I was
I
like,
was a
what the
sophomore.
fuck is even this?
I was a sophomore. And it was, you know how gym coaches looked in the 90s when they were female?
Oh, God.
You know, like John Rambo?
Oh, our teacher was a hot female coach.
Ours
I was
was
like, this
not.
feels wrong, but I'm okay with it.
Ours
and then you
was
get
not.
shown a dick with STDs.
And you're like, ha, cool.
Ours came out and she's like, let me tell you a little something about sex.
Y'all have
Come here, brother.
I would have loved for my sex ed teachers to be fucking Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, that would be awesome. Tag me in, brother.
No, I don't think that would.
But all I learned was like STDs and abstinence. They're like, don't have sex, and diseases are real. End of story. And I'm like,
And they're horrible. And
You know what the Bible says about fucking your sister? Don't.
I'm so glad my mom actually told me things. I'm like, what does this mean? And she's like,
Well,
Well, when a woman loves another woman and a man very much. Yeah.
oh Lord.
only if the pineapple is upside down does it.
Oh
mean-
God.
Whoa.
That's a different
That
conversation.
is a
altogether.
different class. You must have taken your sex ed in hell along with Hitler.
I'm highly educated, sir.
Yeah.
I couldn't be a swinger. I don't get that.
I think that he was thinking a different thing than what we all knew I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about putting the pineapple in your butt.
No, but
No,
that's
that's like a
interesting
swinger
too.
thing.
Yeah.
He was thinking
Upside down pineapples means
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, yeah.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler covered in bees.
So that's why I hate pineapples. It's like, no, I don't want your wife. You don't even want her. What the fuck?
None of us want her.
Threesome? If I wanted to disappoint two people at once, I'd go visit my parents.
Feel that.
Notice how no one laughed, and that's because we've actually heard that joke so many times.
Oh, it's because
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We still
Fight,
love you.
fight,
I don't
fight.
have parents.
But the one person
I didn't laugh
listening.
because I don't have parents.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Oh, that
that's
was
because you're black. I mean,
what? Why would you say that?
We are
Actually, I was
streaming.
Great,
talking
this
about
is
the
our
fact that
last
my mother
podcast.
passed, but I mean, sorry.
You.
yeah, but you would still have one if your father came back with the milk.
Oh, we can't do this ever again.
Mon said he was going for cigarettes.
This
getting
was fun
sick.
while it
Came over
lasted.
here.
That's why he's gone right now. Like,
Yeah.
he never did come back with those cigarettes.
That must have been a
Okay.
crazy line.
Christopher,
What?
I'm not a part of any of what y'all just said.
Hey, I didn't say it.
Just want to say that out loud. I'm not a part of that.
I ain't said shit.
You made that decision on
Don't
your
quote
own.
me, boy. I ain't said shit.
Okay.
I'm a Gen Z in my 20s. I'm very socially aware. I ain't saying shit like that on the internet.
Nope.
Wait, what? You can't say that on the internet?
No, you can't say it anywhere, really.
Yeah.
You can say it not on the internet.
What?
You probably shouldn't, though.
go to certain neighborhoods and say it.
Yeah, see what happened to you.
Say
I
it.
used to live in those neighborhoods.
I mean, I feel that. but
In the 90s.
we live in a
Yeah, it
different
was-
time.
Oh, yeah, in the 90s, you could get away with that shit.
Yeah, it's a different era. It's a different era.
Of course, you say it around the wrong kid, you can get a little ass whooping, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the end of it.
Like, I have to be careful. I grew up playing video games. You know how hard it is to not get mad and say the F slur?
Bro, F? Fuck?
Oh, the F slur.
F. Oh!
There he is.
I try to be very aware and not say it. I'm like,
I used to say it all the time when I was a kid
Dude,
in the 90s,
people
but now
still
I'm like,
say it. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Is like people just avoid saying shit like that on the internet because they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the ban hammer, gonna get canceled." It's like, bro, nobody cares. For one, that word doesn't mean what it
It
doesn't have that
doesn't
meaning
mean the
anymore.
thing, yeah.
yeah, we'll say it's probably been overused to that extent, but I would
Like,
never. a
if
kid who
you
got
hate gay
bullied for
people,
being
you should
gay.
probably stop being a faggot about it. You know?
Honest, if you don't like gay people, you're probably really deep in the closet.
No. I'm saying that gay people aren't fags,
Oh,
but
they're-
people who hate gay people are
Yeah.
fags.
But also, they're meaner than you could ever be to them. Like, you will never out-mean.
Oh yeah, when people ask
Ever.
how I learned to talk shit from hanging out with drag queens, that's
Same.
fucking how I learned to talk shit.
Same.
I believe that they got something in them.
You will never out-sass or out-mean.
Mm-mm.
Not never.
There's nothing meaner than a scorned gay man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt
is
that for a
true.
fucking second.
That motherfucker will find the thing you are most insecure about physically and call it out immediately.
Yeah,
And every time they
like
see
a
you,
7-year-old?
too.
I'm a
Yeah,
man
but
with
in a-
man
in a
titties. I gotta be
classy way.
careful.
And he'll say it in a way that's like,
Like, you're like, oh, you're right, huh? You are right, yeah.
What do you mean I wear an A cup? Fuck you.
My best friend used to call me, say, West Texas. He said that all the time around a lot of people. And I was like, for a while, I was like, I don't understand. He's like, I'll just call you West Texas to my friends when I'm about to introduce you. And I'm like, why? He goes, when we're in a bar and I come in without you, I tell them just look for West Texas, and they know who to look for because I was flat-chested.
Ha!
Yeah, I was like, you fucking told your friends that's how to find me is look for the West Texas, which meant flat-chested bitch. He's
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah,
me.
man. And he goes, you never got lost.
Damn!
I was all, you fucking dick.
That's awesome.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. He said that, by
They
the
called
way,
me West
at my
Texas for
wedding.
a different reason.
At your- God damn.
He said that, and he also referred to me at my wedding as ketchup, which is a very inappropriate joke that we had with each other.
Maybe not. Let's not.
Yeah,
Let's
he called-
perhaps maybe
at
not.
my wedding though, on a microphone for people to hear. The preacher was there. He's all, and I love ketchup so much, and blah blah blah, and she and this. Meanwhile, the people that were invited were all our friends. All knew what he was saying, and they were laughing their asses off.
I can't judge that much. When it's that time, I call my girlfriend my little ketchup bottle.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I have no,
You scared of a little blood, boy?
God.
no, not afraid
That's
of blood.
just
But
nasty.
Anyways,
It don't make her happy.
he taught me how to be mean.
Yeah.
He
apparently.
also taught me how to no.
Oh,
Yep.
give the old
Yes, he did.
Bagok
Yes, he
5,000.
did. Not like with not. I mean, just like
Thank you, Zach.
verbal instructions.
I would personally like to thank you for your contribution.
He's like, pepper grinders?
Well, he's dead, so
I know. Well, thank you.
he's looking down on us, saying, "Good job, West Texas."
He's looking up at us like, fuck,
Good
it's
job,
hot.
ketchup.
Fuck, it's hot.
Ah, fucking hell.
Yep, taught me how to be mean.
You got any more things to talk about or not? What things?
I wrote down some other stuff that I happened upon today, but they're all like stuff that's going to be in the movies.
That's cool.
Like Adventure Time Fiona and Cake is coming out on Max.
I saw that was happening.
I was like, cool,
That's
but
so-
like,
I was never super into Adventure Time.
I
Like, it's
fucking love
good.
it.
Like,
still
I'll never
watched
deny
an
it.
episode.
I was
Balls
more
deep.
into regular show. Well, I was a kid
liked
when it was on
regular
TV.
show,
I've never
Okay.
watched an episode of
the
that
same
either.
kids who were into regular show were
We're
into
into
Adventure
Adventure
Time.
Time.
Which is
Yeah.
valid. I don't dislike it. Like, I watched it and enjoyed it, but it's not going to be something I'm willingly going to watch.
I go back to it. All
You never
the time.
traveled to very distant lands, and it
Nope.
shows.
You can come away with me. I'm just saying.
But I was way more of a regular show kind of kid. Because
I liked regular show.
I love regular show.
It's because my son was little when that came out, and we
That
watched the
blows my
fuck out of
mind,
That.
'cause
That Uncle Grandpa, that shit was awesome.
I was already
Well, see-
older enough, too old to be watching
SpongeBob,
cartoons at
that's
that
what
point.
My kids watch.
SpongeBob is the shit
Then they
to
went
this day.
Then my
I will
son
watch
went to
it right now.
Backyardigans.
I was
I watched
so
the
I was so
Backyardigans.
happy when he jumped out of the Wiggles stage. Fuck, I hate the Wiggles. Fuck all
I used
of
to
you.
love
Never
the
did.
Wiggles.
Never dealt
What's
with
that?
We're get ready to wiggle. We're gonna wiggle all day long.
How
Get
old were
ready.
y'all when Adventure Time and regular show came out?
I was in my 20s.
I was older.
Because I was still
I
a
was in my
kid.
20s.
You're still a kid.
I mean, yeah, but I have to pay taxes now.
Bro,
so.
I still watch cartoons.
I mean,
Yeah,
same.
so
Like,
People
don't
like
get it
cartoons
twisted.
these days aren't any good. Bullshit.
Well, these days they're not, but old school cartoons, I will rewatch them bitches.
I don't know,
anytime.
man.
Nothing will beat Courage the Cowardly
2000,
Dog. I don't care what
2000s
anyone
and
says.
2010s cartoons were the shit.
Yeah, they did
Agreed.
hit different.
I mean, fucking, what's the one with Captain Knuckles?
Oh.
Flapjack.
Flapjack.
I
The
one's
Misadventures of
love
Flapjack.
that.
Even like live action
watched
kid
Come
shows.
to Candy Island, son.
Even like live action cartoons from that era where the shit like Drake and Josh, iCarly. I fucking love
What was
those.
that weird like kids show that had some fucking robot and then one thing was, and it was like a black guy that was telling this story.
Oh, was
And
it
he would-
Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah. What the fuck kind of psychedelic trip was that? I watched that with Bryson when he was young, but I watched it because I wanted to watch it. It
I
was
never watched
so
Yo Gabba
weird.
Gabba.
Never watched it.
Yo
Threw down
Gabba
on some
Gabba.
Gullah Gullah Island, though.
Fuck yeah.
Nah,
never
my
heard
shit
of
as a
that
kid was Sharon Lois and Bram's Elephant Show.
Mother.
I never even heard of that.
Fraggle Rock, bitch.
They used to come on right after David the Gnome.
Skinamarink. David the Gnome. Woo, son.
Yeah.
Bro.
Y'all's age is showing.
Fraggle Rock and what's his face? He's my neighbor. Wears a
Oh,
cardigan.
motherfucking Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mr. Rogers was the shit.
respect.
Obscure cartoon from my childhood. Count Duckula.
Count Duckula. See, I watched Darkwing Duck.
Well, yeah, no, Count Duckula was way before Darkwing Duck.
No shit. I was even old enough to watch Captain Kangaroo and Bozo the Clown.
Oh yeah, I remember Bozo.
The fuck are either of those things?
The fuck did you just say?
I've heard of the name Bozo the Clown, but I've never like
You've never heard of Captain Kangaroo?
no.
About graping.
That sounds
Ping
wild.
pong balls dropping on his head?
I'm 23, sir.
Him's just a
God.
baby.
Yeah, I was
I gotta
21
go.
when you were born. So like,
Damn.
I gotta go piss.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I gotta go show this.
Do you guys want to take a break, or do you want to?
Well,
we can take a break.
I'm cool with
going.
a break if that's.
we can take a break, but let's keep in mind that podcasts usually don't go beyond 45 minutes.
Well, this
Really?
has been an hour. So, no, but since we're doing it every other week, we'll get 2 hours of fun.
I'm down for that because I still.
For
can
all the
talk.
listeners out there.
I don't even think Lindsay's
yes.
watching because she's not in town right now. Heartbroken, our #1 fan.
Aw, our only fan, actually.
Well, after these messages, we'll be right back. And we're back. Blag's going to be right back. He was kind enough to go grab me some whiskey. And
Fucking drunk.
I think I hear him now. Wait.
No, that was just Bryson.
Damn
he
it,
can
the hell.
join.
Bryson silently judging us from his bedroom, listening to us talk.
Probably. He's like,
Yeah.
they think they're cool.
I would if I were him.
So what you missed... actually, let me pull this forward so you can... There you go.
They didn't miss anything. They're
What
coming
you
back.
missed was Devin talking about how he would like to get a tattoo upon his junk.
I would, like, no
the junk
shame.
part.
Like, I want like a full bodysuit, collarbone down, and that includes like maybe some like cherry blossom leaves on the shaft. It'll suck, but it'll be worth it. I think. I'm not gonna tattoo the gooch. Like, that's pointless, though.
Do you have to be?
No,
You should tattoo baseball stitching on the gooch.
The way they do it is they while you're soft, they put it in between their knuckles.
Oh no!
on your wiener?
Yeah, they have to hold it.
I don't want to have wiener knuckle tattoos.
They have to hold it like through their knuckles.
Damn it, Blag.
So yeah, they have to put it like they have to hold it with their knuckles, and you're not gonna be hard for that. You're through pain.
Yikes! I just thought it'd probably be easier if you were like the.
I think that might also like fuck it up, like because like when you're flaccid,
Yeah,
then it's
then
gonna be
it'd
really
be-
wrinkled.
Ooh, you should get a tattoo that says Adidas across your wiener, and then when it's soft, it'll say AIDS.
Hey, Bryson! What's going on? Just talking about something that's
don't be
not
like
what it sounds like.
Hi.
Sorry, but he lives with him. It's
Yeah. Yikes!
What, y'all don't want a tattoo on the junk?
No.
I don't
Although,
want
I
on
mean, if
my
I were
junk.
going to do it, I would seriously, since I learned that everybody's ball sack has a seam,
Yeah.
you got to get a freaking, like, stitching pattern down the middle.
I mean, I'm sure they could tattoo a ball sack. But
I
I've
bet
never,
that would
like,
hurt
known
so
if they
bad, dude.
could. Yeah, all you missed was me saying I want a bodysuit, and part of that includes I want to get something on like my shaft.
On his wiener.
interesting.
His.
Why not just get a ladder? Just go with some piercings, and then you could take them out if you want.
I used to like when I was in high school. I wanted piercings, like.
And then you
on
got to
my
get a
junk,
tattoo
but-
on the top one that says, do not step on this wrong, or
What's
whatever.
up, all this?
Feel free
But
to.
I'm more scared to get it pierced than to get tattooed for some reason.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Like
Why?
I feel like I'm just so used to tattoos and shit. Like it'll suck, but is it gonna be worse than my ribs? Who knows? But I sat through that. Not very good, but I sat through it. It's not finished. We don't talk about that.
He grabbed it and ran. Didn't even.
Oh, do you want your card back,
I do want to re-pierce my septum though.
or should I take it to the mall?
Yeah.
I
You should.
don't go to the mall.
I want
I
to
need to
again.
start putting mine back in.
I've missed having a septum ring. I miss having my ear stretched too.
I want to take my septum to a 2.
That'd be fucking thick.
Well, it's a 4 already.
Damn, I think the biggest I got was like, what is it, like a 16? I think. That's not very big.
14 is what it's pierced with typically.
Okay, then I'm thinking of like
Like
ear
a
stretching
12.
like levels. 'Cause
Yeah,
I went
that would be the next.
because I went
Down.
two sizes like up or down. However
That'd
you
be a
wanted to-
10.
A 10. Okay, that's what I had. I
I
always
had-
get them confused. I was more focused on my ear stretching, and I knew those
I
sizes.
had a 10 in my tongue.
Oh damn!
had
When my mom was in
4.
high school, she had 3 tongue rings. She got them all done in the one sitting.
Now I see
That's
why
why
your dad.
Cecil-
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't a faithful man, so I don't know what
See,
you're talking about.
no, whenever I started gauging my nipples.
I want to pierce my
Why
nipples.
would you
I had a
gauge your
s-
nipples?
I had 3 in each, and I had a 6 with a 10 behind it with a 14 behind that.
Why?
I want to pierce my
For
nipples.
the same
so
reason
can't
I
judge.
gauged my septum, my
my
labret to a
nipples
2. I mean, I gauged my cartilage.
He lets me gauge his butthole sometimes.
I miss having an
He pays
industrial,
well.
but
Hitting with that double ot.
But my skin does not like piercings very much. Like all the ones I got that were cartilage, except for like this one right here, it was on this side. They all got keloids really bad.
What's
I
that?
never did.
The
You get
the scar
knots.
tissue bumps.
Like mine, like I said, I gauged my cartilage. Never had an issue. Inside,
I was not lucky on that one, so that's why like I loved having a septum because like I had no issues with the septum, and same thing with my ears weren't very elastic, so I couldn't get bigger than a 00. But that's where I eventually gave up and just took them out.
I never tried.
I pierced my own septum.
You're brave.
It hurt.
I pierced this, whatever it's called, myself. It got
Conch.
stuck halfway, and I was like,
Yeah, I've had that done. I've had this one ripped out a couple times.
I pierced a girl's tongue at a party one time.
that could kill someone.
Nah.
Yes, it could.
And I used sterilized house keys to like clamp her
Oh
tongue
my
down
God.
and go through the hole.
Was she okay?
Wow.
Yeah,
Mentally, to let you do that?
Oh no.
I was about to say, that is not a sane person decision. Like, yeah, I'm going to let this person at a party pierce my fucking tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
I mean,
That's stupid.
But I love piercings.
yes.
I feel like now, especially like same thing with like hand tattoos and shit. I need something that's a little like easy to hide in a septum. Like you can just shove up your nose. That's what I used to
yeah.
do in high school.
Well, it depends. Like mine, I can.
Oh, because it's
like,
so like
It's
stretched.
just how big the hoop is. That
Yeah, it won't
wears.
go up there.
Yeah.
The stretched ears, I feel like as long as they're not too big, you can get away with it pretty easy.
That's why I stopped at a 2. Just
I stopped
feel
at
that's a
00.
perfect size.
I liked 00 just a little bit because when I'd wear silicone ones, I was able to fit like pencils and shit through it. So like in school, I'd be like, "Look at this, man."
You say that I had a 2-gauge Libre, and I used to be able to take a cigarette and stick it in my lip and just have it through my lip and smoke it.
That's a cool party trick. That's a cool party trick.
What do you got for us, love?
Huh?
Eh?
What?
What do you got for us?
Oh,
Well, one thing first on the topic of body modifications. I finally got my second ink.
Oh yeah, you didn't show us that.
No,
yeah,
Let's
you
see it.
didn't.
I do want to see it. That came out
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
That came out really nice.
Very nice.
can't even put it on there. Yeah, there we go.
Timmy did that, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fucking.
Looks
dude,
good.
It feels like he did it with a fucking Sharpie. It's like it didn't get red. Like nothing.
Yeah, I've heard he has a very light hand, and that's the one
And he did
downside of like who I go to.
Need
is
a
that
lover
he
Lover
feels
with
heavy.
with a slow hand. I knew you were gonna. I was like, yeah.
I had it done Sunday. Like it's yeah.
Nice. And on the subject of body mods, still, there's one I want to get, and one day I will. But it's hard to find someone in Texas that'll do it, especially because like it does vary state to state what they're legally allowed to do for it. I want to split my tongue.
I thought you were gonna make me one.
I really want to split my tongue. Really
I've known
bad.
a couple of girls who've done that.
Some places they can put you under. Some places they can numb you the fuck up. And some
thought you were
places
gonna
you gotta
make
raw
me
dog
one.
it. And
That's
I
not
would
nice.
kill a man to get my tongue split.
Really?
I want it so bad. I don't even know why. Like I like body mods and shit.
Stop making that face.
And I feel like it's one of those ones like if you, for jobs like you can't tell unless someone sticks their tongue out and starts moving it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lead singer of Mastodon has his tongue split. I believe it's Mastodon.
You know that
I
has to
don't know.
hurt. Like getting it.
Oh, like a
done.
motherfucker, because
I
you got to
can imagine.
cauterize that shit.
Yeah. One day I'll do it when I can find someone in Texas that is like really like reputable for it. Do some
Go out of
research.
state. Find someone who's just really good at it. And take
In
a trip.
Arizona, like my girlfriend's like hairstylist told me of a person who was like known for doing it, like and would do like things that wasn't necessarily legal to make it
See.
less painful.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck yeah, sign
See,
me up.
whenever, like, of course, early 2000s, late 90s, I when I was really into piercings and had like 40 some piercings, like 30 in my face.
Damn.
Like, yeah, I went to go get pocketing done. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, it's like imagine an anti-piercing where the ends are inside but the bar's on the outside.
Oh, is it kind of like a dermal where it's like underneath the skin,
Kinda.
the bar?
But yeah, they like it's they said it's more like an operation. They got to go and the bars, like the ends of it are inside of you and then the bar is on the outside. So it's like
Oh, okay.
it's pretty interesting.
That sounds interesting. Like, this kind of remind me of like the dermal piercings on faces and shit.
Yeah.
Man, when I got my septum pierced when I was in high school, when I was like, there was a girl there getting her like dimples pierced, and she looked like she was going through hell.
Aw.
That sounds painful.
No, I did my cheeks twice on my own with T-pins, and then I got them professionally done. And then like the bar was too small, so it kept sucking into my cheek. So when I wake up in the morning, I have to like force it back through my cheek. Yeah, that was rough.
You're brave.
And then the same thing with my upper labret. That shit never healed. Like I had it for months and it never healed.
My girlfriend used to have. I think that nowadays they call it the Medusa
I can do
piercing,
it.
where it's like the one right here.
Mhm.
She keeps on saying she wants it again, but when she got to take hers out, like she ended up being like allergic to something, and we didn't realize it was NSAIDs and a lot of medicines. And so she'd take something to try and help with it, and her lips and everything would start swelling up and shit.
Oh wow.
So imagine being allergic to NSAID. That's in like every goddamn medicine. Can't even take like, if you needed it, you can't even take Midol. Like if you're a female, like
remember-
bam, you're allergic to that. Can't take Midol.
I remember when I was a teenager, I'd get drunk and pierce my eyebrow with a giant safety pins.
Oh.
And sometimes I'd leave them in because, you know, you pass out. And I'd wake up, my eyes would be swollen shut. Couldn't see to take them out.
Oh,
Stupid
shit.
Like, God.
So what do you got, love?
Midol's just acetaminophen, by the way.
Yeah, she can't take that
Oh, that's good.
because she's allergic to NSAIDs and SAIDs, which is in a lot of medicine, especially pain medicine, like
That's
over-the-counter ones.
I have a couple of things. I don't know if we've done any of these before. One of my favorites on a podcast that I watch, and I can't remember the name of it now or would promote them, is they do their icks. They're younger, though. So they're talking about stuff that they currently happens when they're dating. And they talk about their icks.
Ick?
Icks.
Yeah, you don't know what ick is? Like,
Okay, like when I first started dating, which usually never happened for very long, but the number one thing was no bats in the cave. If you don't know how to blow your fucking nose as a grown man, bro, we're done.
That's
Oh,
pretty bad.
We're
like
immediately
deal
done.
breakers.
Yeah, icks. We're fucking done. If you don't brush your teeth, we're fucking done.
Yeah, bro. You gotta take
It
care
should
of
be
your teeth.
unspoken, but like
Yeah.
some dudes, really?
I have crooked teeth for sure, but like
Same.
I brush the motherfuckers.
But if you're on a date and you're eating, like your date is like eating in a movie or something, go to the bathroom and just check it out. See what's going on in there. Don't just leave that up to fate. Just shit caked all over your teeth.
Do I
Those are
have
mild.
something like
Those
that?
are mild icks.
Sorry, I don't smoke. Disgusting habit.
But there's way bigger icks. We can talk about weird icks if you want. I just didn't know.
I feel like
how.
I have some that are dumb as hell.
That's
like
all right.
if I was like
Ooh.
on a first
Lay it on
date,
us.
like it's not even that bad. Like if you,
worst experience with someone of the opposite sex.
Can we
Oh.
hear what he was about to say first?
Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
if you order a salad, like no shame, you want to be healthy, but who the fuck you trying to impress? Like you're like I'm a 200-pound man, bitch. Get real food.
No,
Some
okay.
people like salads.
Just so you know, like
I
my
like
wife,
salads.
my wife loves
Toss
salads.
salads.
Like that's one of her favorite things to eat. She eats them all the time, and I mean, now I eat them more. Not trying to be healthy, but every now and then you just
Oh, I like salads, but like
like.
if I take Lindsay out on a date, if I want ribs, I'm getting ribs.
Yeah, yeah.
For her pleasure.
Wow.
But I'm
Now-
just saying, like,
Now say the thing you
some
were
people
saying.
just love salads.
Like if you love salad, that's fine. Like I get that, but if like there's like trying to be like, oh, I only have a
Yeah.
salad,
Oh my God,
not
salad, and then 2 months
show me
later,
who you really
you're
are.
eating fucking enchiladas.
That's why you go to the
and-
salad bar where you
Yeah.
eat
No, here's
oh, yeah.
actually a good one. If you don't fucking eat wings like all the way, like if they're
Oh,
like,
like
What
you
does all the
half
way
the
mean?
meat on there.
yeah.
They still meat on them
It's
bones.
not fair. What if you don't know how to eat wings all the
I
way?
remember when I like me and Lindsay went and got wings for the first time. I was like, you ever seen like the real way to eat a wing? And I was like, I'm about to show you my hunter gatherer skills. And I fucking twisted it and took one of the bones out and just
Oh God.
See, I don't even need to take the bone out.
He just sucks the bone dry.
because you know the trick where you like twist and you could pull one of
Yeah.
the bones out and just clean.
Have you ever eaten crawfish with somebody
I love
yeah.
crawfish.
that knows how to eat crawfish?
Maybe like suck the
Ick.
head and everything.
Fucking gross.
No,
I'm out.
can't do it.
Gross.
No, the guy that I see on TikTok that doesn't suck the head, he just throws the whole thing in his mouth
Yeah.
and starts chomping.
Nope.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
weird.
shell and all?
I eat the tails of shrimp.
Oh God.
No.
Devin. No. Oh, no.
You know that's gonna hurt your butthole.
It's never hurt my butthole. That's
This
dairy.
motherfucker said he eats shrimp tails. He ain't one of us. Fucking
Dairy. That's what hurts my butthole. I'm lactose intolerant and I love
Yes.
cheese.
No, try lactose intolerant and diabetic and love ice cream. Like it's,
Man,
Cheese doesn't
the other
hurt
day
ice cream.
I had to fight for my life in the bathroom because Bluebell now makes they make fruity pebble like ice cream. Yeah,
And I want some so
it's
bad.
so good.
Okay,
I was fighting for my life the next
my
morning.
wife was just telling me about this. Like you know the little cheese crisps that you get for salads.
Yeah,
They make fruity pebble ones for snacks now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be fighting for my life again.
Well, it's just fruity pebbles. It's not ice cream. It's
Now,
just,
just
like
know-
little
Well, it's in,
discs.
it says in cheese, right?
No,
You
they
guys
make
have
the
to be real
cheese
careful
discs.
about how you
Oh.
talk
They
about
make
bathroom
fruity
stuff.
Whoa. You said you wanted fruity pebbles in cheese?
No.
Well, ever like strawberries and cheese?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
or like a
fuck yeah.
charcuterie board with like.
Strawberries
People
and
do
cheese.
apples and
olive-
cheese. What is it? Apple pie with cheddar on it?
I've heard. I want to try that. I've heard
a
it's
lot
like
of
a
people
thing.
do that. Yeah.
Well,
That's
cheese
just
and fruit
nasty.
go together. Like, have you ever had like a charcuterie board?
Fuck yeah.
No.
There's no fruits in that.
Yeah, there is.
There is.
What?
Grape,
Charcuterie
strawberries,
boards,
I
other
don't eat any of
berries.
that nasty shit with fucking cheese.
I do.
I do. Strawberries and cheese.
I get a little bit of the fruit, a little bit of the
Cheese,
meat,
you
the
do like some
cracker, cheese.
pepperoni, some crackers.
I don't like sweet with my meat.
I do.
I do too.
Wink, wink.
Then
know
what
what I'm
are you
saying?
doing with all that syrup?
Then why did you put whipped cream on me?
It was gluten free.
I was trying to be freaky for you.
I'm all here for like cheese and fruit. Like it's good.
Nah,
But I'm
I love
weird.
cheese. I like fruit. I just don't like them together.
Well, I'm totally down. This is off topic a little bit, but some involves cheese. The cheese with like the maggots in it, I would try
Nope,
that.
Absolutely not.
What the
Why would you
fuck?
say that?
Why do you keep coming back to the maggots? This is
Did
like
you,
the
did you
third
eat the
time
dick
you've
with
talked
maggots
about-
in it too?
Maybe added flavor and
Should've tried
texture.
that dick.
But I'm open to try like weird shit. Like I would try those century eggs or those like I
Oh,
think
no.
they're popular in like Norway and Sweden. The eggs that are
No.
like kind of developed already, so there's like a little bit of
No.
chicken in it.
Oh
I
my
would.
God!
The
What?
duck, like
I prefer my eggs boneless, sir.
yes,
I'm gross. I'll eat sardines out the can. No cracker, no
Okay.
nothing.
As a kid, I did, and I can't eat sardines anymore. Like,
I like sardines. and
Sardines are
anchovies.
fucking nasty.
Yeah.
They're
Remember
good.
when our
I
friend
like-
gave us those?
I
duck
love
eggs?
fish. If something tastes really fishy, I love it.
Oh my God!
Like salmon. Like I've had like fish jerky many a times, and it's so
Ew!
good.
Oh my god,
No.
that's fucking
But
gross.
I love seafood and shit.
I like seafood too, as long as it doesn't taste like seafood.
Then it's what? But I'm not picky. But like one thing I do not like is I don't like beans, except for like I like green beans.
Oh yeah,
lot.
that's gross. Sardines
Yeah.
are delicious. Beans are gross.
I don't know what it is about beans. I'm trying to get more into them, and like slowly. Like
You're like
eat little-
John Leguizamo in Spawn when he takes that pizza out of the fucking dumpster. He's like, ugh. And it's got maggots all over. He's like, I hate anchovies.
have you ever had anchovies on a pizza?
No.
Yes.
It's actually good.
It-
It
not.
tastes like salty slug dick.
duh.
And that salty slug dick tastes good.
Oh damn! Okay.
But I'm
Yeah,
here
he-
for it.
You sound like someone who drinks the hot dog water. Like,
Look
From a straw.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was in shock when I told her. I was like, "Yeah, people like a lot of people boil hot dogs to cook them," and
Yeah.
she's like, "No, they don't." She's
Yes,
like, "That's
they
not a
do.
thing," and I'm like,
Yeah, they-
"I'm like,
yes,
it is."
they
I'm like,
do.
"It's the worst way to have a hot dog."
Yeah,
I'm
but
on
look-
no, it's not the worst.
no, okay, hot dog man.
You boil that shit in beef broth?
Yes,
That's
where it's at.
that's actually probably really good.
Dude,
But I
that-
prefer like if I have a
No,
hot dog,
probably that
I'm like
is.
cut it in half and like do it on like a pan and like get it like nice and
I
seared
like to
and
blow
shit.
mine up in the microwave.
I don't know, man. There's still nothing like a fucking open flame on the stove and a fork hot dog. You remember that shit?
I've never had a gas stove, so.
God damn it.
He's 12. What do you expect?
Oh my god. When I lived in Arizona, we had a gas stove. That was nice, but I just threw tortillas on it and like
That's what electric stoves are for. What the fuck kind of backwards pageantry is this?
We have a gas stove back home, and I throw tortillas on it. I mean, granted, they're like $12 a dozen to buy them in West Virginia, but
holy shit.
it's not really 12, but it's fucking expensive.
That-
Mexican food there is fucking ridiculous.
Ugh,
there's
I don't
like
even
3
don't even talk
restaurants.
about Mexican food in West Virginia.
There's one restaurant that's actually pretty good, though.
You seem like the type of motherfucker that wouldn't eat menudo.
No, he likes me noodle.
I like
You do?
I don't,
Tripe and
I don't
everything?
like the tripe, no.
That's the
Yeah,
best
no, we don't
part.
eat menudo
Oh
with
yeah, because I
tripe.
love snot in my menudo.
It's-
do you like
depends on where you
lingua?
get it from. Oh yeah.
You like ligma?
Hey!
Like, do you
Lingua-
not like cow tongue?
No.
no.
what? No. You like
No.
lingua?
Never have I been
it's
driving
like
past
my-
a cow and thought, you know what, I want to make out with that
Have you ever
motherfucker.
been to Reina's Deli?
No.
Has the best lingua burritos in town.
Oh, I love tongue. Like, it is so good. I can't believe you don't like lingua.
Lingua's good.
Do you not like the cheek meat either?
Oh,
no.
barbacoa.
Barbacoa?
That's
No.
so
so
good.
good.
It's so tender. I've never had something
It's
that
like
is so
extra
tender.
greasy, like just it's everything a fat man.
You
loves.
need more Mexican friends.
You need more Mexican food in your
I'm
life.
part Mexican.
Well,
Like
you're starting to look a lot
12%.
whiter than I
think
am
your
now.
butthole's the only thing that's Mexican. It's because of how many you've had in it. But
Hey!
But I can't believe you don't like either of those things. Like, they're so fucking good.
we get menudo like every
I
Saturday.
don't have to eat poor people food.
tongue is expensive as shit. Like, it is very
Also
It's because
Rude.
poor people made it expensive. They made it into a goddamn delicacy.
valid.
Also, if I don't get a job soon, you are going to have to start eating poor people food.
Oh.
It's going to be boiled hot dogs every night of the week.
It's gonna be.
Or-
It's gonna be like you're gonna get like the spaghetti
gonna
noodles,
recycle-
push it through the hot dogs.
We gonna recycle the water?
Oh, yeah, how else would we do it? And then I'm
This drink is
popsicles.
delicious. What is it?
It's a hot dog smoothie.
Hot dog water smoothie.
Oh, that's rough.
That's so gross.
With lingua.
Lingua was good.
It is a terrible.
Which is weird because I still eat Spam.
I do like Spam.
Yeah, you're always running around with Vienna sausages and
No,
shit.
that's
bro.
too far.
What?
That's too
Vienna-
far. I don't like Vienna sauce. Like, I'll cook Spam. Like,
Wait a
put it on like a
minute.
bed of rice.
You're right. Sardines, fucking gross. Vienna sausage or sardines, delicious.
Vienna sausage
If they
is
made
less
Vienna
than
sardines,
asshole.
you'd eat them.
Well, I don't really eat bologna either.
Oh, I don't either.
Oh, yeah, no. It had
Yeah,
my bologna
no.
has a first
Oh.
name. Let's get the fuck out.
Okay, no,
You like Vienna
that's one thing that got
sausages.
me we went to a restaurant. What was it? I can't remember. Eaton Park in West Virginia. And I go up to the salad bar and throw my lettuce and everything on there, and I cover it with what I thought was ham. I get down and take a bite. It was bologna. Cut up bologna.
Who puts bologna on a salad? What
seriously-
white trash shit is that?
I literally almost threw up in the restaurant. My wife was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "It's bologna." She knows I can't stand it.
Who would
I'm
put
not
that
big
on a
on bologna.
salad bar?
That's what I said.
That's the weirdest shit
It's
I've
like
ever heard.
Well, okay, like I used to work in a deli up there, and you know how much bologna people buy? They come in and get it like thick cut, and they're like, we throw it on the grill, and
Actually, I've always wanted to smoke a bologna. I've heard it's
I
really
feel
good.
like that would actually be good. Like, it kind of like Spam. Like, you
It's kind of like fried bologna when you throw the bologna on the fucking stove.
okay, when I
That's
was a
actually
kid,
pretty good.
I grew up on fried bologna sandwiches, and I loved them.
Yeah.
And I can't eat bologna anymore. I ate it
That's
too much
valid.
as a kid. And
Yeah, you did.
Wait, so you don't like anchovies? Do you not like Caesar salad?
I
don't put
like
anchovies on it.
chef salads.
I like Caesar
I
salad.
like a
I like
Caesar
Caesar
salad.
salad.
Caesar salad doesn't have anchovies on
Yeah,
it.
it does. I think they make the dressing.
Caesar
Yeah,
salad?
but dude, I don't
It
give a
doesn't
shit
taste
if it
like
tastes good. Fucking anchovies are.
by themselves,
They
are-
taste like if salt ate salt, then shit salt.
I like salt a lot. Like, I like
Oh,
salty
I don't
stuff.
like salt. That's my problem. So,
I like salty
but
shit.
like, I
But
take
also
Caesar,
is slimy somehow.
like I get the
It's the
Caesar
oil.
salad, and I get both Caesar and ranch on it.
That's fair. I'm not big on the ranch on my salad. Like, I like ranch with like.
I prefer Italian.
Well, okay. See, whenever I get a
Italian's pretty
salad, I get two dressings. I get ranch and Italian, or ranch and Caesar, and put
See,
them
it pisses me off because, like, used to every restaurant you went to, you could get Italian everywhere. Now it's like, well, we have balsamic vinaigrette.
I love balsamic vinaigrette.
And I'm like, bitch, I didn't ask for balsamic vinaigrette. Take your ballsack vinaigrette and give me some fucking Italian.
Man, I love
It's not the
balsamic
same
vinaigrette.
shit.
I remember
do
when
too.
there was a short time when I was like in middle school, Pizza Hut started doing like they called drizzlings on their pizza. You can get balsamic vinaigrette on it, and it was so good.
Okay, I could see that
never
on a
had
pizza.
It's so good. But I'm not a big ranch guy. Like if I'm picking like a
no.
dipping sauce, like especially for wings, blue cheese all
It's
the way.
always ranch.
Oh, for wings, absolutely blue
No,
cheese.
no.
Blue cheese is for adults.
Ranch.
No,
Yeah, grow the
Cheese
fuck
is
up,
good.
black.
there's a Wingstop in not a Wingstop. What's it called? Goddamn, why can't I think?
Buffalo Wild Wings?
No.
Have you ever had
Buffalo Wild
Cluckers?
Wings there. But there's a wing place there, and they make their own blue cheese. But all they do is they do a homemade ranch and then put blue cheese crumbles in it and mix it up. That
I'm
is
in.
the only blue cheese I can eat.
I'm in.
That sounds actually pretty
It's
good.
really good.
But I love blue cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on
Say the thing that you
to the
said.
next subject.
Say the thing that you were
Most
trying to say.
embarrassing moment with someone of the opposite sex.
I'm going to bow out of this one.
I
To be
have
fair to everybody.
I have a funny one.
Oh, God. Sorry.
That's because I know the person yours was with.
That's because I'll win. Is it a competition? I'll win.
No. I think I've got this one.
No, you
Mine's maybe not too embarrassing, but it's kind of funny. When I was like 16, I was dating this girl, coke fiend, and she had moved to like San Angelo. I went to go like hang out with her, and I couldn't drive yet, so my mom took me. And she had acid, so we both took some. But I knew I was like, I have to stay with my mom, so like I ain't gonna take it. She's like, well, put it on your tongue and take a picture with me. So we did it, and I gave it to her. So I was like, here, whatever. And then apparently my mom's friend knew who this girl was and followed her. So then my mom gets a screenshot of, hey, look what your son's doing. I was in a lot of trouble, and I was like,
And were you tripping balls and in a
no,
lot of
because
trouble?
it wasn't on my tongue long enough, so I was like, fine. But I was getting earful, and I was like, I'm sober. Like, look at my eyeballs.
That's it? That's all you got, Devin?
I don't
Wow.
have that many embarrassing stories. Like, I've always been kind of cool, you know.
Okay.
No, but like not really anything like
Get
I'd
it.
say
Get
embarrassing.
Blagadocious? Save the worst for last.
I really don't have anything. I'm
Okay, with the same sex, and we know you like dudes. It's cool.
I really don't have any embarrassing stories like
Actually,
that.
better
Like,
if you don't.
I
Okay.
really-
Don't be ashamed. Be proud of yourself that you're not a garbage person like Chris and I.
Oh,
I
well,
was-
go ahead.
No, I was saying I was too busy into the drugs and alcohol to really do anything.
Most embarrassing drug
I
story.
feel that though.
Oh God.
See, I don't even have an embarrassing one of those. Like I've only ever been like blacked out once, and like
Oh, I have the
because like I have like
best
I've always had like a really high tolerance to like alcohol and most drugs.
Okay.
Hold on, I want to hear
Oh,
Blacks.
No,
Give it.
Black's gonna have us beat on this one.
no. Went to a barbecue once. It was like noon. You know, everyone's drinking beer. I'm like, I don't drink beer. I'm like, what, 19, maybe 20.
I do
at the
meth
time.
like an adult.
And he pulls out. He's like, you drink Goldschlager? I was like, hell yeah. He pulls out half a liter of Goldschlager. He's like, I bet you can't drink the whole thing. And I thought he meant as one drink, and I did. And then I got into the Everclear and Hot Damn 100 after that.
Oh my God, how are you alive?
And then I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning in my own room, still drunk, not knowing where I was, not knowing how I got there. Like, yeah.
That's.
Pretty bad.
I mean, one time me and my buddy took acid when I moved, and like for a solid like hour and a half, we stared at a fire pit because we could not believe how the fire looked. It looked like in VR games how fires look, and I'm just like,
you ever go grocery shopping while tripping?
I have never done like.
You ever look at a dollar bill on weed?
You want to know how to grow mushrooms?
I've never gone to
doing
like
grow
public
mush-
things while tripping.
And-
Like
oh,
I've
yeah.
always been like more like somewhere where I know like no one's gonna fucking
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I don't go
We
into
used
public
to-
when
we
I'm
used to
tripping
sit around
balls.
and watch movies, but like we were like, let's go grocery shopping. So we walked to the grocery store, and yeah, that place was pretty trippy.
I believe that. I believe
And you
that.
wouldn't believe the shit you buy when you're tripping. And
Man, one time in my apartment, me and my buddies did shrooms, and he had his girlfriend with him. I won't say her name, but she was like clearly
Deborah.
getting kind of freaked out, and I did not like my brain didn't comprehend. She was kind of freaked out. And she's like, "It looks like there's like ants in the carpet," and we kept on screaming, "The carpet people, the carpet people!" And she was getting freaked the fuck out. And then not only that, she went to go lay down in like my roommate's bed because he wasn't there, and
Then
she
he was.
pissed herself. And then it had my buddy started having like a fucking moral dilemma, and I'm sitting there like fucked up the most out of all of them. And I'm like trying to keep him calm, like it's all good, bro. Like don't worry.
Just a little pee-pee.
And then, but he was freaking out about other shit. And actually,
Oh.
not. Then like once she was moved like somewhere else, she was in the middle, like it was close to like my kitchen, like a little like hallway chunk, just face down, pissed pants, just out.
Honey.
And I'm like,
It happens.
did I take what you took? And then they left, and I watched anime. I was fine. I've never had like a bad trip. Like I feel like whenever I would take them, I'd always be
No.
like excited. I'm like, I'm gonna have a good time.
yeah, when I was a teenager, young adult, yeah. that was-
But I don't get scared real easy. Like I've always been able to tell myself
Still.
on drugs, like I'm not sober.
back when I
It's
did that
whatever.
stuff, I'm telling you, The Cell is the greatest movie to watch while doing that. It is
You said
so
The Cell?
Okay. So I
What you got?
my embarrassing
Give it.
sex
Oh, sorry.
story. I was at a bar, single, talking to a girl. Turns out, girl had a boyfriend, but she had a friend who was interested. And before we left, the girl who had the boyfriend gives me her number and is like, "Hey, if you have any problems, give me a call." And I'm like, "Well, that's odd. Why would she say that?" So she didn't check up. She wasn't worried about her friend as much as she was worried about me for some reason. And I'm like,
That should be a red flag.
so we are at my place in the middle of things, and everything's fine. And then it wasn't. She flipped shit immediately and hurled me off of her. And I mean, I hit a wall.
Damn.
like,
tough gal.
I'm pretty sure my balls slapped into my stomach when I hit. And it was like a zombie movie, more or less. Because I look up with fear on my face. Because a 110-pound girl just hurled me like a fucking football into the fucking side of the wall. So she starts screaming bloody murder. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I've got roommates. And I'm like, oh, they're going to be so pissed. She's going to wake them up. And it's cold as shit outside, by the way. And I felt like I kind of had to Toro her. She was running after me. And I opened the door and let her run past and shut the door and lock it behind me with her naked out in the cold. And I'm like, what the fuck? My roommates come out and they're like, what the fuck? So then I call her friend and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, she hasn't been out since she got released from the mental hospital. She was in an extremely abusive relationship where her husband like locked her in closets and shit, and she's kind of fucked up about it, and she has a split personality. And I'm like, you think?
That would have been nice to know before.
I throw the clothes out to her, and I'm like closing the door real quick. Her friend shows up, and her friend basically tells me, this is what I was worried about. And I'm like, you couldn't warn a brother?
Yeah,
that's
like
my
let me know.
That's the most scary time I've ever, or most embarrassing thing ever, because all the roommates were out, and I got my ass kicked by a girl. So that was nice.
So it was a Tuesday.
I mean, I almost got caught my first time when I was like 16.
Oh yeah, who was he?
Was he? It was an ex, and my mom.
You don't say.
Was it weird seeing him at church later?
Yeah, it was crazy. He went up there and talked about God.
Bitch.
Because I just remember, like, hearing my mom knock on the door, like, and all you hear is two people say, "Oh, fuck!" And it never got mentioned. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
She probably didn't want to deal with
Yeah, thank
that.
God. Because I know some people would, like,
That's
open
why
the door
she
and be like, "What the
knocked.
fuck
She
you
knew.
doing?"
Okay.
I had
Better
no
not to
respect
know.
for my mother's house, even, like,
Are you
with
going
my
to show it
current
on you, or would you rather
relationship.
not?
I would really rather not, honestly. What if at some point in this journey that we're on, we get popular and somebody who has a personality that would be conducive towards going all the way back to the beginning and listening to all of these listens? And
Then
here's
they
what
probably
I say.
would love us.
We'll be rich. Fuck
No,
'em.
that person won't.
Ah.
That person has the kind of personality that would go all the way back and listen to every episode. So
Well, then we don't have anything to worry about. We have ones of listeners right now.
I had someone tell me one time. I had someone during the throes of separation, and in his defense, a desperation that I probably have never known, asked me to just breathe in his mouth so that he could breathe in my essence one last time.
What the
Yeah, bro.
hell?
Which,
Breathe
again,
in my mouth.
no, you don't even. I was like, what the fuck? Which was odd in and of itself. But before that,
He thought he might like to have some attention spades.
to his butt's holes. He asked me so often, he was like, what if I just wash it really good? What if straight out of the shower? And I was like, under no circumstance am I ever going to lick your chili ring ever for any reason. Just never.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it.
Doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
I'm like, do you really want, like, visualize it in your face as someone that you love.
That just doesn't seem like a
Why
place
would
I
you
want
think-
people.
Why would you want me to have my face there?
Especially
That's
as
not
a
cool.
dude, like, let's be honest.
Yeah, dude,
We
come
got
on.
Forrest
You
down
got
there.
more things.
Yeah, and
Come on,
I
dude.
just
Come on.
it just doesn't seem like it's going to be good for either one of us.
Yeah. And I'm not taking the effort to fucking shave my asshole either. That
And I
sounds like
realize
a
it's
hassle.
like that's a thing for
took
like
the
your
effort to do
generation is
everything.
obsessed with licking buttholes.
I think because
That
people
makes
are,
no
my
sense,
generation's
like-
desensitized to a lot of shit.
Absolutely, yes.
It's because porn. They started watching like weird ass porn
it's
from an
because
early
they-
ass
Yeah,
age
I
because it
mean,
was
same.
available.
I struggled
Because
with
they were
porn
like, we
addiction
got to
for a
come up
very
with
long
something
time.
new, and everything else has already been done. So they're like, well,
I want to see what our grandkids are going to be doing. Well, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Wow. You're on a list now.
I think a lot of people in my
That's
generation.
on the internet for everybody.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people in my generation probably struggle with porn addiction because at such a young age, it's just handed to you on a platter.
Handed to you.
Yeah,
That's
well,
good shit.
priest.
Because
Wow.
I mean, I was in second grade the first time my mom found
What?
shit on the computer.
Oh my
God
god.
damn.
Yeah,
That's about right.
How old are you when you're in second grade?
7.
I was twice his age when I was his
Absolutely.
age.
That's too old.
I was twice his age when I was in the second grade. I failed.
because it's just handed to you on a platter. Basically, the internet is
Everything's there. You have access to everything.
and even parental locks, like they don't work like 100%. Like you really got to like stay on your kid's ass if you're handing them the internet, basically.
I'm not worried about it one single bit.
See, and that's like my boys. We got them phones, and they were like 8 and 6 or something like that. But the reason, which made complete sense, their bus got into an accident, so they never showed up one day. And my wife had to find out like later, and when she went searching,
I would
and-
lose my mind.
Yeah, so that's
Holy
so
shit.
like the next day we were at the store getting them cell phones.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
I didn't
I
get
have-
a smartphone till 14. When I was in 5th grade, I got like a little flip phone because we were going on an out of town school trip.
I have a brother who is the same age as my son, and he had to change schools in the 8th grade for sending dick pics to a certain girl who apparently was not wanting a dick pic.
It was unrequited.
Yeah, he had to change schools after that one.
Yikes.
That's pretty bad.
Fucking yikes.
Dude, when I was a sophomore, there was a freshman who got caught like beating his shit in class, like while watching porn on the school laptop. Because the school I went to,
Wow.
they get like my first 2 years of high school, they gave you a MacBook.
That's
Chromebook now.
oh yeah they.
Yeah,
did
well, it was
Chromebooks.
New Tech.
Right.
Does New Tech do Chromebooks now?
Oh no, I mean the one that
Oh.
he goes to. Is,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got caught.
All my kids get Chromebooks.
Yeah.
He got caught stroking his meat in I think English
That is
class.
so bright. Like what?
Yeah, that's just
While watching.
And I thought I was hardcore because I came to class stoned every once in a while.
I feel that.
Jesus.
When I was in 5th grade, some dude got dared in class to pee in his hand a little and drink it, and he did.
The fuck is wrong with your generation?
I think there was something wrong with him in general.
Oh my god! Hey, just pee in your hand a little.
I mean, I remember kids daring us to staple our own arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
But we just did that on our own anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, I think there was something wrong with him in general,
No
but
shit. Oh my god!
yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that.
Just pee in your hand a little bit, dude.
Just a little bit.
A little sip. It's
take a
fine.
little pissy piss.
It's sterile.
Like in class though.
Yeah, it was like I remember what class it was. It was English class.
I dare you to throw poo at the teacher.
That's some.
Yeah,
You gotta have some
that's-
dexterity too to fucking. How do you? I'm sorry. I'm just marveling at the
nutty.
the science of it all.
It's pretty bad. I can't believe he did that. That's insane to me to think about. Looking back,
Ew.
Insane.
I'm just glad I didn't witness it. I was at an angle where I didn't have to.
We didn't see
it.
the dangle? Yeah.
Yeah.
was it inversely proportional? to the
So-
rate of the beat?
So what else you got for us there? Maybe a different subject. His generation is too fucked up to talk about. They're like, we're offended by words, but we're gonna piss in our hand and drink it
in
and jerk
class.
off in the middle of class.
Yeah, it's
Your generation is fucked up, man.
I think those two kids that got caught doing those things, they're just a little something wrong
A
with
little
them.
extra. Little extra going on. Yeah, yeah.
I just can't believe.
Are you the one that dared both of them?
No.
They dare themselves.
I didn't know the guy, the freshman that got caught doing that when I was a sophomore. I didn't know him, but the word got around very quickly
I'm
I
sure.
I
can
bet.
imagine.
because he didn't have his laptop for a while. And he
No
didn't get
shit.
kicked out of that school that you had to fucking
Oh, you're talking about the dude jerking off.
yeah. Neither did
The only kid in the whole school that doesn't have a laptop for some reason.
the kid who pissed in his hand didn't get kicked out of that school either. And I went to Harmony.
They're like,
Science
bitch, you might draw
Academy.
titties with a pencil. We're giving you a chisel.
I just can't believe. Like I said, he got caught because I think the
Impressive.
teacher saw. Walked past his computer.
He's probably
and,
making eye contact, like, hey, you like what you see?
Because I remember
He's probably watching teacher porn.
You in or you out, bitch? You in or you out?
Because the teacher walked by and saw the screen, then looked and realized
Yeah,
what was
like-
going on.
Bro, that's when you just got to
And you
make the
didn't
power
even-
move, like, is you is or is you ain't my constituent.
Exactly.
That's just horrible.
Holy shit. Okay, moving on. What do we got now?
Oh my god.
I don't know. That was
Where do
a
you go
lot.
from there? Like,
Beating off in Catholic school.
Something you've tried and regretted.
Oh,
Ain't
God,
right
penis. Hands down.
Boob job.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. She is not happy with her titty job.
I thought about getting boobs done since before I met him. It's been a thing for a long time. A thing. Even a thing that I thought, oh man, that'll never be a thing I can do. It's expensive. And even when I was at a point where I could afford it, I was like, I still why would I spend money on that when I could spend it on whatever family stuff? And then it got, what's that called? Endorsed.
Yeah, you got to endorse the doctor.
Endorsement. Yeah. Endorse the doctor deal that made it to where I, for sure, and that there was a guy in Midland that could do it.
And they convinced her to go much bigger than she should have.
Yes, the lady was like, if you don't go bigger, you're going to regret it, because everyone who doesn't always, after a few months, after 6 or 7 months, are like, man, I wish it would have went bigger.
Let the record show I was fine with your titties the way they was.
I know you were, boo. And I would also like to say that this same doctor has done other people's in this area that are perfectly happy with theirs. But for whatever reason, this guy was so unresponsive. I saw him one time for less than 7 minutes, and it was the day of surgery when he drew marker on me, and that was it. Afterwards, no wellness checks when you come in. None of that. No
Oh, that's
calling
bad.
and saying, hey, there's this issue. I could never do that. The one person I had the contact with, I would tell her that I had an issue, and she would say, oh, that's normal. It was absolutely not normal. And since we're just being super transparent, I have square bottom boobies. It's
I
true.
wouldn't say that.
They're flat on the bottom.
Not really.
Do you want to go in the bathroom right now?
I think you're more.
Do you want to go in the
sensitive.
bathroom
I have
right
seen
now?
them titties, woman. I promise.
I'm telling you right now, they're not normal. And I had been thinking about this for over 8, 9, 10 years, fantasizing about it. And then when it finally happens, I go, oh, no, Jesus, that's not what I wanted at all.
Yeah, I think you just should have gone a size smaller.
Maybe. They still would have been square on the bottom.
No, they would. They are not square on the bottom.
They're
Jesus
flat on the
Christ.
bottom, bro.
No, they're not.
That's what are those things that you get to level picture frames? Let's
No,
get
they're not.
Or would I have to hang up upside down to do? I don't know. You know what I'm saying.
As somebody who's seen them from all the angles,
what I'm saying.
let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
I also regretted nipple piercings because my skin got so infected that I almost could pull the little bar out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
it's sort of-
came halfway out
yeah.
to where there was just one little strip of skin, and so I
Okay.
took those motherfuckers
That-
out.
that
I
was-
regret having a motorcycle wreck.
I regret you having a motorcycle.
I want a motorcycle so bad.
I still want a
That is
motorcycle.
one piercing I do regret. The first time I did the third piercing in each, I was drunk, and I did a smaller safety pin, and I pierced it through the bottom and clipped it on top, not realizing when I was drunk. And after a couple of days of working with it, it kind of cut my nipple a quarter of the way off, so I had to take it out.
Do you have a flip top nipple?
No, it healed. But yeah, and then
Look at my nipple. It opens like a
then I
garbage can.
re-pierced it again later, and everything was
If you
fine.
step on my foot, it goes bleep.
Y'all's are a lot more intense than mine.
Sorry, that's funny.
You can throw nipple-sized trash at it. No, I can't think of many things I really regret. But yeah, I regret that old lady pulling out in front of me, and I regret not fucking taking their insurance company for everything I could. But
I regret trying oysters.
Oysters are good.
They're not.
They're
Okay,
fucking
if
boogers.
you get them smoked, where they're cooked, and
That sounds
with,
good as
they-
fuck.
That does sound good, actually.
I had them. Where was it? In Houston. There was a place there that's like a steakhouse. They did smoked oysters, and they almost tasted like steak. They were that good.
I mean, that sounds like it'd be. But I mean, just freshly shucked
No.
and eat them boogers.
A little
Just
hot sauce.
Fucking boogers.
I like
Well,
mussels.
that's good. I know, me too. Like, there's this one anime where it's
Shut the
basically like
fuck up.
Harry Potter but with mussels.
no, actually, Olive Garden used to
Commercial.
serve mussels on their appetizer menu, and since COVID, they never really brought it back.
Aw.
You know how a lot of restaurants cut back on their menu?
Yep.
Well, they never brought that one back, and I don't know why, because that was the best thing on their menu. They made. I worked there, and they make you try everything, as long as you're not allergic to it. And I was like, I don't want. Well, my God, that is delicious.
How was that again?
I don't want. Like a penis for your first time.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was envisioning when you said that. Made that
And you're like,
sounds.
I don't want.
I don't want to. It's fine.
Come on, Uncle.
It's all
No.
right. Nope, nope, nope,
No?
nope.
And you're like, actually, it's not half bad.
Did you put ketchup on it?
It's a little salty. Oh my god.
Oh my God! If balls were squeaky toys,
Chris really was
could.
pushing for me to get squeaky
I really
toys in my
was.
boobs.
Like when she got her boobs done, I wanted her to get squeaky toys.
And I was like, nuh-uh, that's not possible. That's stupid.
And I'm
That's
like,
stupid.
it's a thing.
We just watched a thing with my favorite comedian,
Matt
Matt Rife, with a girl in the
funny.
audience who's like, yeah, my tit is
And
a
he
saw
straight
that.
up, she squeaked her titty, and I was like,
yes! He was so mad.
missed opportunities. Titties with squeaky toys in them. That's the only way you could make titties better.
Honestly, now I'm like, I wish I would have. a
No,
squeaky
imagine
toe.
if the nipple was like a bicycle. Honk, honk.
I mean,
Yeah, but where would the honk come out of?
The nipple, like.
I don't think that physically could work.
I'm
Squeaky
here for
toys,
the
though.
squeaky toy. Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine grabbing your girlfriend's boobie and it go squeaky?
That'd be
It's a
kind
hell of
funny.
a party
It'd be
trick.
awesome.
That would be different, yeah.
It'd be amazing. I would do it all the time.
I know. It would never
You,
stop.
you would be in here and you would hear me in the bedroom all the time.
No, no.
Honky, honky,
It would
honky,
eventually
honky.
get old whenever you go to roll over at night. And you're like, God damn it.
now, your idea to put like an air horn, like a squeaky air horn, and like maybe if you got a knee replacement, like every time you walk, squeaky, honky, 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 honky.
Yeah. Watch saying that, but
Oh yeah, never thought about that, but I can say it because I are one.
Y'all's
that's why you
regrets
can
are
say
a
a lot
lot
of
more
things.
intense than mine, is all I'm
What is
saying.
it?
Because mine's literally just, I wish I never started vaping.
No, that's valid.
That's valid.
Y'all's are intense as fuck, and I'm like, I just
Right?
wish I never started vaping.
I mean, no, that's pretty valid. That's bad for your health.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue.
I regret not doing more drugs when I was younger. Now I have to do them when I'm old and
see,
my knees are
yeah, I
squeaky.
did it all when I was younger.
Didn't do none.
I did a lot
Literally
of drugs
none.
when I was young. Well, I say a lot compared to most people I know. Blagadocious.
Hey.
I have not done a lot of drugs, but I feel like I tried all the drugs except for like heroin.
I didn't. I was a nerd, and I still am a nerd.
Oh, I was a nerd too.
No, I was a
Same.
nerd.
I just really liked psychedelics and shit. That was like to this day I have a weak spot
I
for
really
it.
liked it.
I found out that crazy people aren't allowed to take psychedelics because I don't do well. Let me tell you a little something about my first mushroom trip. Started out amazing. It was great. I was one with nature, and we were
Nature,
outside. I was
that is
petting the
great.
dogs. I was like, "This is so
He was
awesome!"
singing Colors of the Wind.
And yeah. And then for some reason, my son's mother, she got mad at me, and she walked out of the house.
That's
And
not a
I thought at
combination.
one point I was God, because I was predicting
still
cars
think
coming
that?
by, and it was like a remote road, and I was like 10 seconds. And 10 seconds, a car would go by, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And they're like, how are you doing that, man? And I'm like, I don't know. But maybe I could just hear them. I don't fucking know.
You can hear a car like 3 miles away out in the country.
Especially out there, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I thought I could walk through the door, and she closed the door, and I was like, walked out on me, I'll just walk through the door. And then, since I couldn't walk through the door, I thought I was trapped. Hey, look, Cecil's fucking saying things.
He just texted me to tell you to check the chat. I was gonna wait till your story was over.
Nah, this motherfucker. Anyway, so smack into the door, and I had taken 5 grams of mushrooms.
Damn.
First time ever.
That
and
may not have been the best of ideas.
Not what? No. Not what I would say was the best of ideas. And so apparently, I then think I'm going through hell, and like I'm like laughing like a maniac, and like screaming, and like ah, like Meanwhile, my friend Caleb, who I forgot about, was not on mushrooms. He had smoked weed and went to bed in the other room, and he's in there cowering in the room, afraid to come out.
Sure. Like,
Oh, no.
jeez, that's intense.
And at some point, I strip down naked and pee in the floor, and then I'm like rolling around, like mumbling madness. And at one point, what I thought was my son's mother starts walking back in the room. But she's talking in her mother's voice, and then as she gets closer, she turns into her mom, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that was one hell of a trick! Do it again!" As it turns out, it was her mother.
Oh, that's
Wow.
that's rough.
Yeah, and her mother, she'd had some wild days herself, so she thought it was fucking hilarious and just walked out.
Just left you to your own demons.
Oh yeah, it was
devices.
fucking. She thought it was the funniest
Bye.
shit ever. She's like, "Still like psychedelics, bitch." And then, so then I go through what I thought was purgatory. I was like, I'm ready for this to be done, and I waited for what seemed like 3 hours, and I looked at the clock, and it was 3 minutes,
Yes.
and that was the
That'll
rest of my
happen.
That
night.
is, okay, that is like when you're tripping, it's like 8 hours lasts 50 seconds, but each minute lasts 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the worst movie I ever
Fucking
watched.
Cecil, he's like, "Hey, recap, ho! What I miss, bitch? Watch the recording."
The worst movie I've ever watched, well, on anything, House of the Dead. Like that movie.
That movie's
lasted
horrid.
So long, especially when you're on mind-altering substances, and like every slow motion freeze frame, like it. I swear that movie lasted 12 hours, and I regretted every second of it.
Wait, which one?
Nice.
House of the Dead.
I remember one time me and all my friends did acid and we were playing like games, and I didn't realize I had died, and like it was over, but they were still going. I thought I was still playing. I thought I was still playing.
You're like the little brother.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
When, you remember? Well, you didn't ever have a little brother, but my
Do you
little
remember
brother.
you had a brother?
I'd play Nintendo, and I'd unplug the second controller and hand it to
Oh.
him and make him think he was playing.
Yes, they would do that with my daughter all the time when she was little.
Cecil
Places
says,
my
"You
cousin.
guys are funny, man. Seriously, good shit." Aw, you could be here being funny
You
with
could
us.
be here being with us.
Yeah.
This could be you, but
Mm-hmm. You was a whole ass bitch.
we need to get y'all need to get some holographic stickers for the band.
Those are like 3 times as much, though.
So they're fucking dope.
Yeah, but our shit's pretty dope
I
anyway.
just need the new stuff. Like I haven't even gotten that shit.
Well, I just saw the shirts and the hats, and I can't tell. Maybe it was just the picture, but the green looks more yellow than it should be, and the purple is darker than it should be, I think. So
it's all a
I'll have
learning
to see him
curve.
in person, but
yeah.
It's all a learning curve. I'm sure that it'll get figured out.
yeah.
I do like the new colors though. I like those a lot better than
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily a lot better. I just really like.
I like
purple
his
and
new
green.
logo a lot. even
Cecil
though
says it's
simple.
green. Oh,
Has
I
to
like
be-
the new logo a lot
Logos
too.
have to be simple, man. Marketing 101. They got to be simple.
Yeah.
Recognizable, marketable, and sellable.
And it is.
Hell yeah, I'd buy that shit.
Same.
Buy that for $1.
That'll make
I'd
a
buy
turd.
it for $2.
For $2.
For 2 schmeckles.
For 2 doll hairs.
All right, Cecil said it looked pretty dope in person, so he said the purple is a little darker than he would like, which is probably my fault because that first proof that Timmy sent us, the purple looked a little bit too pink. So maybe that was
Yeah, we need to go darker.
yeah. And we got a black size shirt.
Nice. Finally.
You mean a tawny size shirt?
No.
I wear bigger size than you do.
You bullshit.
Yes, I do.
She
What
got
size
them
shirt do you wear?
tattoos.
3.
I wear a 4X.
No, you do fucking
Yes, I
not.
do.
You are so.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, this is a 3X and it's tied on
That's
my
a
boobs.
2X.
It's a 3X.
It's a 2X.
It's a 3X.
Motherfucker.
Do you want me to prove it to you? I have it in my fucking Amazon fucking just bought. Oh, I don't leave those on. You ain't gonna find no tag
Yeah,
back
only
there.
criminals do that.
Oh, yeah, only fucking children leave their tags on.
That's black Air Force energy.
Get fucked, dude.
I don't know what that means.
So you ever seen
Is
like
that
the
the one that I
joke?
got for
Like,
him?
okay, so like these are white.
You got him
Once
one,
upon a
and
time,
then
these
I
were
bought
white
one.
Air Forces. They're like
Yeah.
my work shoes these
and then
days.
we got ours washed.
There's
at the same
jokes online
time,
that
and
like
I put his on. I was
only
like, who's
felons wear the
wearing
black ones.
this?
Like if you see someone walk in your house
So tight
with a
on me.
hoodie and black Air Forces, you're getting
Sure.
robbed.
I was like,
Okay.
Sorry.
wait, what?
We can't talk about two things at once.
Yeah, no, sorry. What's black Air Force energy?
It means you was a felon.
So like I wear a lot of like white Air Forces. They're cool shoes, but there's like jokes online that like if you wear black Air Forces, you're probably a felon. Like if most people who are about to commit a crime, they got black Air Forces.
No, that
on.
means you work at McDonald's because they require you to wear black slip-resistant shoes.
Well, I don't think Air Forces are slip resistant.
You ever heard the basketball courts going squeak, 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 squeak?
They're not. I mean, they're technically basketball shoes, but you mostly see like skaters wear them when they're skating, like that kind of
Well,
thing.
now,
Boom,
but
this
back
is
in
a
the day,
3X.
like
This is the
basketball
last
players wore
size I
those
bought
wore
in
Air
this.
Force Ones.
I could see that,
3X.
but also
I prefer
Converses were also
4X.
originally sold as basketball shoes, and I would never
This is a 3.
ever play basketball in some fucking
I've
Converses.
washed it.
My foot doesn't fit in a
3X
Converse
is
for
where I fit.
starters. I
'cause
got
it's
wide as
comfy.
fuck.
I can't wear Converse.
I can't wear most shoes. My feet
I
are
love
so
Converse.
I'm a 43-year-old half black man diabetic, so I wear Skechers, and that's it.
wide. I wear Vans and Air Forces. And
Well,
Vans.
folks, that puts us at about 2 hours. Y'all ready to collar a gnat?
Do you
If
want
y'all
us to
are.
be?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty much done here.
For the record, I wear 3X.
Nah.
It's for the boobs.
Same reason I wear 'em.
Same reason anyone
That's why I
wears
go up
them.
a size. I got bitch tits. Even when I was skinny.
Sir?
Don't know why.
I like to refer to them as manly mammary glands.
I think I have probably bigger man boobs than you, like guaranteed.
I don't know, man. That man
Show
got
'em.
some
Prove
tits.
it. Prove it. Go right
Got
now.
some
Boobs.
titties.
I already did.
We've already seen his. Let's go. Down.
Not on screen,
Not
actually.
on camera.
Actually,
I
I
am
did.
very
I
insecure
showed
about it.
Like that's child abuse. Child pornography.
I told Bryson before, I was like, hey, while you're still underage, you should go rob a bank naked because anybody who watches the footage will be guilty of child pornography.
That's actually
Can't
funny.
prove shit.
I'll prove it off a camera though. I'm insecure about it.
That's ridiculous. You shouldn't be insecure about anything. Life is
Yeah.
short. One day you'll die, and no one will ever remember that you showed your boobs on this podcast.
Yes, they will.
No, they
'Cause
won't.
We will show it at the funeral.
Yeah, we will. yeah, that's not true. We will.
That is a truth.
Valid.
We'll blow up pictures.
We were
and shit.
saying we will when we're going to die before.
I was about to say, y'all saying I'm gonna die first?
I don't know. You know those people that live the hard lives live forever, like Willie Nelson.
Well, if you plan to get married, we're gonna show those pictures at your wedding.
yeah.
Boom.
Valid.
Yes.
Dad, I'm showing his next job interview.
Right?
So don't look up whiskey.
He's
and
like,
Wizards.
apply at my place of employment one more time.
That's his cover letter. Boom.
Devin's gone wild.
That's too good. That's
You have to
cold.
play the little bongo, the bing ba You remember the drum and then the
God.
Girls Gone Wild commercials?
Oh,
Why
God,
did
that
they
was-
play Jamaican
I
like
don't-
bing ba boom
Because it's
boom
supposed to be like
boom?
the Caribbean and like spring break and all that shit.
But they were never in the Caribbean. That would be National Geographic Girls
And
Gone
they
Wild.
were so everywhere. Like that was. Oh my God, that was so bad.
It's pretty bad.
I remember those being on like Spike TV, like late at night.
It's like, watch as Ubuntu shows her. Yeah. Anyway.
Yikes! You have said so many off-color things.
No,
Why do we let you talk
No,
on this
all right.
thing?
Everything you
Zab-
have said tonight has definitely been colored.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well,
Let's see them Zaboomafo titties.
Chris,
That,
don't. We won't be back next week, so don't. We're done for.
We're so canceled.
Brown's getting banned again.
They're like, you can stream, but he better not be on there.
He's gonna be sitting in the back sulking.
He's
with a
only allowed to
TV.
press buttons from now on.
Instead, it's just going to be a picture of Tyrone Bigsby.
Dude, you're so wrong.
Was it Clayton Bigsby?
Clayton
yeah, from the
Yeah.
I'm
Chappelle
thinking
Show.
of, who's the
Tyrone
Tyrone?
Biggs or something.
No, he had a Tyrone character. Was it?
Oh, that was a crackhead.
Oh, what?
Oh, that was a crackhead. That's our next T-shirt. If this podcast gets big, oh, that was a crackhead. Available in
I didn't say
small
that.
to
Oh, that was a
3XL.
crackhead.
Oh, that was a crackhead.
That's too good.
Oh God, yeah.
We'll edit the recording where crackhead just pops up. Not your bitch.
Can you title this? Oh, that was a crackhead.
I can't. Oh shit.
I think we should end it there before it
Yeah.
gets any worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Bye, looking at it.
Stop. Please stop.
All right, we're out of here.
Have fun, guys.
Bye.
Laters.